Hello? I should be here now. It looks like there's not any visual on the screen. Okay, there it is. We have visual now. I was running a little late. Planned on starting at 7. Unfortunately, whenever I got home from work, I decided that I would, instead of getting ready immediately, I would lay around for a little while. And so that's what I did. Laid around for a little while. And eventually I realized, oh wait, maybe I should put on this thermal paste that I have had sitting here, because I have not reported the newest flavor of technological issue that I've been experiencing. It seems like every other week I have something horrible going on for my computer. But for me, whenever I was playing Tekken and I would start streaming, my computer would shut down. And it was because the CPU was overheating. And so, that's not really ideal, usually, for somebody that's attempting to stream, believe it or not. Every time I got on the stream for like the past 2 weeks, I was getting on stream with the very real idea in my head that the second that I clicked go live, the computer would decide to unalive. And so that little dichotomy in my mind was making things very difficult to handle, because, I didn't want that to happen live. And I have no idea how that works live. Because, like, what happens if it shuts down and it's not, like, fully shut down, so you can, like, hear my microphone as I start, like, reading out my address and full name, social security number, phone number, bank account details, the security code on the back. There's no telling what could possibly go wrong in that situation. And so it was making me very nervous. Thankfully, somehow none of that happened. And I think it's probably because all I play for like the past 2 weeks is games made for the 3DS and games that could run on a Flash browser. So that tends to lighten the load a little bit. But it was still stressful despite that fact. So today I saw the thermal paste, which, by the way, Holland, that stuff is expensive. It's like $8 for this little syringe, and you don't even have like any extra left after you're done with it. And I have no time to check if my temperatures are like actually down. I assume that they're down. I sure hope they're down, because if they're not, then I have no idea. But there's something funny whenever you're like fixing tech stuff, and I haven't like cleaned out the dust in my PC in a while. It's something that I struggle to keep up with, even though, like, it's like out of sight, out of mind, where like I can do and like dust up like around my desk or whatever, but dusting inside the computer feels like a monumental, like, I don't even think about it. I was about to say it feels like a monumental task, but it doesn't even feel like that. It feels like nothing. It feels like I jumped out of a spaceship and I'm about to implode, and then like a different spaceship runs by and then picks me up. The different spaceship rolling by and picking me up, that's like the situation where I clean the PC. Like, it's just not going to happen. But maybe I should, because I looked at it and my heatsink for my fan just had a suspiciously fan-shaped imprint built into it, and it looked very funny. Cyan could give you a good dusting. I'm sure he could, and I'm sure he would. That would just take a lot of travel. I just need to get something up here so I can like effectively clean it without having to, travel across the globe to get it cleaned. It would be slightly less work than traveling across the globe to get it clean. And also, I would just have to think about it. That's the biggest hurdle, is thinking about it. Either way, thermal paste on. The thermal paste was so expensive, it's like the gourmet thermal paste literally came with a spatula. So you could flip the thermal paste. Which, sometimes you see the videos of like the people cooking on their CPU where they're like, oh, look at how hot it gets. And they go and just like throw a piece of meat on top of the CPU and it goes, and they grab their like chopsticks and like flip it over. And it's like, oh, look, it's completely cooked. You can eat it. This came with the spatula so that you could like make your own burger. You know how like Wendy's does the square burgers? It's kind of like that, except you know it would be like rounded at the edges and then maybe a little smaller. It'd be more like a slider than a burger, I have to admit. But oh, and like I accidentally did that one time. I don't think I've told this on stream. Is I've fried a CPU because like I was panicking trying to get stuff fixed like last year at this point. It's weird that that was last year. And I wanted to get it fixed and I wasn't sure what to do, so I was just like, oh, I'm tired of taking off the fan and all that. And my roommate was convinced that it was fine as well. So we just plug it back in just to update BIOS. That's all we were doing. We were like, we're just in BIOS, it'll be fine if we like don't have the fan on. And so we get into BIOS, start updating that thing, and we're like, oh, we're just gonna go pick up some snacks from the 7-Eleven. So go to the 7-Eleven, grab some chips, grab a drink, whatever. Come back, computer is off. We're like, oh, it must be done. It finished its thing. Welcome, Deception Z. It must be done. It finished its update. Lean over, monitors, computer back there. Standing in place as it should be. Hit power button, nothing. Hit power button, nothing. Flip the switch, hit power button, nothing. Flip the switch, hit power button, nothing. Hit power button, nothing. And at that point, like, I start panicking. And it was for good reason. That CPU was destroyed. The CPU just simply did not work anymore. And also, further than that, put other CPU in. Welcome Cox. Put other CPU in. Motherboard doesn't work anymore. Motherboard completely destroyed. So we fried the CPU, fried the motherboard. And I had to like run out to a panic shop at Best Buy. And thankfully, like I wasn't like, you know, that was before streaming and anything, so I didn't have like anything scheduled. But I think it was in the middle of a semester, so I did have stuff due, and I needed to get it done, and it was saved in my PC rather than like up in the cloud, so I couldn't just grab it. I had to get to those files, so it was like, okay, run to Best Buy, hope they have a decent motherboard that isn't like crazy expensive, and then come back as quickly as possible. And thankfully it worked out. But it almost didn't. Either way, game Virtue's Last Reward, where we were last, voted for Ally on Tenmyoujis. I assume he will click Betray, because that's the simple way that this game works. And I left it at a cliffhanger to incentivize further watching of the series. I'm very smart. It's kind of like a setup of a Dragon Ball episode. And there was a dead lady in the elevator. It was all very weird. So we know that somebody found an old woman in the warehouse, and their first instinct was, I want to murder this woman, and then they murdered the woman and then dumped the woman in an elevator, and it happened to be mine. It always seems to be mine where things go wrong, but it's never me. It's never me that does it. I have a feeling that I'm more involved than I let on. I have a feeling that like Sigma's just kind of like, he's not playing dumb because he doesn't do it intentionally, but we got like some 999 where the transceivers and the receivers, I think Sigma is transceiving and receiving with himself. So I think other timeline Sigmas are doing horrible things, and current Sigma is just receiving that. And so Sigma is like in the Sigma. There's like there's Sigmas in the Sigma, lots of Sigmas, and that's why you have so many flows. But either way, it's time to move on. Tenmyoujis was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that? It's always me, true.
So you chose Ally.
I forgot that the game had like sound. I did choose Ally Phi. Alphi. You don't get to complain. I won, remember? We did. That's right. We did rock, paper, scissors to decide who was going to be the ultimate victor. I'm going to turn the decibel back up because I think it's a little quiet. That way it wouldn't be like impossible to hear the voices on your end. You worry too much. I'm sure Tenmyoji chose ally too.
That's what I'm talking about.
It
You
always
don't have any
happens.
facts,
Surely
just
it'll
misguided
happen this
optimism.
time. They have to be nice.
Yo, what's up?
Might turn it down just a little bit. I feel like it turned it up too much. I think 1.6 is the ideal right now, because then it'll hit the balance between my voice and the game sound.
No!
Fido, let me know if the balance is comfortable, because I want it to be where mine is on top, but like the game is a little below.
Hey, what are you kids doing over
That way
there?
it's like not horrible to
We're
listen
about
to.
announce the results.
Yeah, we haven't been here before. We should have a look at those results. No, close your eyes. Going to a movie theater, sitting down in the chair, the movie starts, waiting for the movie to start, turning my phone off, putting it on silent to make sure that I don't disturb people, putting my hands over my eyes, fingers in my ears, going la 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 throughout the entire course of the movie. I feel popcorn hitting the back of my head. I am not diverted. I feel soda splashing across my back. I am not diverted. I hear the door open. Minutes go by. I hear the door come back. Rocks start hitting the back of my head. I am diverted. I do not move away from my task, my imperative. They continue to throw rocks at me. The vision would go black soon, but the vision is already black because my eyes are closed with my hands covering. I am not diverted. I get hit with a brick and I die. Still hands over eyes, fingers and ears.
Looks like you're all here. Finally, let's
True.
get ready to rock.
Yay! I can't wait for the reveal.
Round one.
It's unbelievable.
Results.
The most intense thing that I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why, but I put the lid on my water bottle whenever like I just don't drink it like that right now. I'm at my desk, so I don't really have to worry about anything. It's not like I'm going to be moving it around a whole lot. And without the lid, I have easier access to just like shoving my whole mouth around the rim of the bottle and then getting water. But like, I feel like it's a little too much with the lid on. Oh, shocking, shocking. I believe in you, Tenmyoji. I know you wouldn't do it to me. Betraying Luna is insane. Oh, it's always just the counter. It's not even shocking. I just wish it was shocking, but it's not shocking. Now a whole bunch of us are like super poor. 661661116. So we have 4 poor and 5 rich. Oh, there are 9 of us. Oh, true. 3, 3, and 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is usually 9. That's some pretty intense math. Harder than anything that I usually do. Well, I guess a majority is well off then, so maybe this is just worth it.
Here are the results.
I wish that I could be shocked by Tenmyoji. I do expect better from him, but if we assume that every possibility exists in its own universe and we're all receiving these different universes, then it's just inevitable. I can't be mad at these people because they're doing what must be done. Yeah, you better feel bad. I'm sorry. Why, Tenmyoji? Why? I trusted you. I know that I've only known you for 10 minutes, but I trusted you. And that's really not, like, my bad. You're on the verge of death, but, like, my bad. I pushed you off the edge of the cliff, but, like, I caught your hand a little bit. I know you, like, slammed your knee against the cliff face and you'll never be able to walk again, but, like, it was just... We were just having fun.
See? I told you. A soft heart is the easiest to
Soft
break.
heart is the easiest to break. I don't want to hear
Do
it,
you
Fi.
understand what kind of game this is now?
You're brutal. Just tell me one thing, Tenmyoji. Why did you do it?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm
Someone's
serious.
dead, and not just dead, murdered. I got no
Right.
reason to think that murderer wasn't one of you.
That's crazy.
An idiot trusts someone he's never met.
We
when he's a
reported it,
killer
right?
always.
Only an idiot trusts someone he's never... But
You think I had a choice?
you kind of did. That's always the response. Is like, oh, I didn't have a choice.
Right. I think that's enough for me.
They get so angry, too.
And I'm tired.
Me too. I'm, like, near dead. You're near dead just by, like, matter of age. I'm near dead by matter of points. It's more like a societal thing in my case. I think you have to be a little bit more sympathetic toward me, Tenmyoji. Shuffled off the same weight I had seen earlier, sitting heavy on his shoulders. It was only then that I noticed an angry voice nearby.
Hey,
Alice?
this?
You kind of deserve it, Alice. You were the first person to betray me. That's not like you,
Just as
Dio.
I'm about to do it, this little bastard runs in and hits the betray button.
What?
Quark would never do that.
Come on. Really gonna just try and play it dumb?
Oh, Dio is horrible. He's like the murderer for sure. Even if he's not the murderer, he's just like the bad guy.
Is he telling the truth? Were you the one who chose betray?
No!
That's crazy.
I didn't do anything!
Well, he's also like 5,
Before Mr. Dio pressed the button!
so like a 5-year-old would be like likely to. No, I didn't do it.
I'm telling the truth!
I didn't murder him. Well, I guess like a 50-year-old would also drop it. No, I didn't do it. I didn't murder him. That's usually what they do in court anyway.
Isn't gonna work.
No!
Oh!
Fine.
Start stuttering.
You just wait.
Just hate both of them, and you like max out your opportunities. Alice turned on her heel and stormed off before Quark could reply, leaving him alone with Dio.
This is all your fault, Quark.
He's gaslighting
You
him.
blaming me? How could you do that, Mr. Dio? You're a jerk.
He is a jerk. That's true. I moved away silently to let them stare daggers at one another. It seemed that theirs wasn't the only team facing some friction, however.
We aren't trying to blame
But, I mean, if you just think about it, wouldn't it make sense to choose betray?
It would make sense, technically. But Luna,
Forget it.
I feel bad for Luna. Luna's just like nice the whole way through.
Silly of me to trust you guys.
It was silly, unfortunately. Clover is also horrible. I think everyone in the game, the only people I don't have reason to dislike so far are Quark and Luna. The air in the room seemed to turn thick and sour, hanging over us like a brooding, angry cloud. It was a grim omen of darker times to come. Oh, hanging.
Zero, when does the next round
It's
start?
looming.
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1.
It implies round 2. True. Hold on. I don't need to listen to all this. We've already been through it. I want to say that this is maybe like the 5th time we've seen this. So there's no reason to listen to it.
I'd say it's going to be alas or Siggy.
Alas or Siggy? Oh, dying.
Maybe. Or maybe
That's a good guess.
everyone.
I don't think everybody's going to die. That would be a little silly.
Why?
Yeah. Why am I going to die?
You got the Radical 6.
Anyone whose BP drops
Oh, we're getting back into
I get it.
already
Sigma
listened to
5,
territory.
Alice and I only have 1 BP.
I need to hear the difference between who has 1 PP across all universes.
BP would drop below.
What?
Luna wouldn't have said hour in the other version. It's imperative that I hear that. My colors changed as magenta
Mine's
now.
magenta too.
Okay.
Me too.
Oh, I'm paired with Clover this
wasn't
time.
just the color that
I'm a
It was the number. Oh,
I'm a yellow.
the yellow.
Then who's
Yellow.
the yellow?
Me.
Dio.
Still
Hate that guy.
Looks like I'm cyan.
Oh, cyan? No way.
I'm a cyan pear.
Cyan pear? Usually they're green.
Yeah. Says pear.
I can't believe it. Science is developing incredible things nowadays. New flavors of apples basically every week. Now they've got a cosmic crisp.
back when the AB gates close. As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up.
So true. I want to hear all that as quickly as possible. I'm just a fast listener. I sit down, say, I think I'm going to listen to an audiobook today. I'm going to listen to an entire encyclopedia. Let me turn that on to 5 times speed. I'm ingesting every single word in my body. It's becoming my veins. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. We needed to at least try to find another way out. Oh, we get to explore again. I can't wait. I should have set it to skip so I wouldn't have to go through the entire animation. I wish there was just like just let me, I don't need to hear it every single time. It's not even a loading screen because it speeds up if you have skip turned on. So it's just like fake. It's not real.
Ah, Sigma.
Another dude. This place is turning into a real sausage fest.
Did you expect, Dio? There's like 5 of us. You were one of the first people in here, weren't you?
So,
Did you notice anything?
Although I guess I did notice that the sofa's pretty comfortable.
Congratulations. How about something more
The
useful?
comfort level of a sofa is pretty useful.
I wouldn't say so.
Dio, what's this?
Maybe it is after like a hard day's work at the circus. Astronomy today, total lunar eclipse. We saw that one. We saw it in except it was 2024, not 2028. Isn't this like a hint? Oh, UTC, isn't that like where's that time zone at? I have no idea.
What, you can't tell? It's a dirty magazine.
It's astronomy. It's about astronomy, can you read?
See? Just look at those rings on Saturn. Don't they excite you?
Saturn's not even there. Different
It
strokes,
appears to
I
be a
guess.
special dedicated
True.
to the lunar eclipse.
Dio's a little freaky.
The cover says the eclipse can be observed
He would
on
be?
December 31st, 2020.
Planetary something or other at the
Oh,
circus.
Right. Yeah, I guess it did say something like that.
2028, December 31st. It's 6 days from now.
You mean today is December 25th?
Oh, they got kidnapped on Christmas? This is a Christmas game? I can't wait for Christmas. I'm going to play Yakuza 1 Virtue's Last Reward. And I will listen to Mariah Carey and watch Die Hard. Depends on how long I was out after they hit me with that gas.
Hey,
Maybe
Kay,
6 days. You
your
probably
team went to
don't
the
feel that
Cooper
hungry,
Woods,
right?
Did you find?
Nothing of it.
You better not be hiding something.
There
Be
really
hard
wasn't
to
anything
hide
helpful.
anything? Well, I mean, I guess it would be easier for
At
him
least
since you can't see his
nothing that could
face.
help us escape. There was a book about a cat, though.
What?
Schrodinger's.
So now Zero Senior's a crazy cat lady? Just what the hell are we supposed to do with that tidbit?
You were talking about a sofa.
Hey, the sofa's comfort level is very useful.
Stop.
What?
I think you must have misunderstood me. This book isn't for, cat ladies.
It's about cat
It's
ladies.
about Schrodinger's cat.
No, close.
I don't really give a shit about the breed.
Schrodinger was just like a smart. The breed. That's insane.
I couldn't tell.
No, it's not an issue of breed.
Okay.
True.
So it's a story about poor Mr. Schrodinger and his beloved cat, right?
And then he dies at the end. It's so
Cat
sad.
dies at the end.
Oh, I'm just predicting things. You could say that I'm like the receiver and Dio's like transmitting the bits to my head.
Who fucking who?
That was a little much. Very meaningful.
Never mind.
To some people that hurts a lot. Just as I was about to open my mouth and tell Kay that I cared about what he'd found, even if Dio didn't, Luna and Fi appeared. Oh, so Kay's just left there, being told that everything he wants to say is useless.
So this is where you were.
Did
True.
any of you find anything?
We got
You were
squat.
looking though, right?
We're working out, squatting. We're doing some wall sits, jumping jacks, push-ups,
Answer me.
crunches. Sigma's getting huge. I mean, we weren't wasting time. I was just asking them what they'd found. Nothing.
What about you, Sigma? You were
What
one of the people
about
searching
me?
the infirmary, weren't you?
Well, I found that I can't trust people. I almost forgot. It'd take too long to explain. Just have a look at this. I dug the paper out of my pocket and handed it to Luna.
It looks
Oh,
like
Radical
a piece of
6.
newspaper.
What a crazy
The
discovery.
headline says Radical 6
Radical 6
spread."
infection.
What? What is Radical 6?
The brand new disease. Just read the article.
The Radical 6 virus.
The Radical 6
continues to spread
virus?
across the globe like
We
wildfire.
have to listen
The
to it.
WHO has confirmed
The WHO.
that the death toll
Who are
is
you?
estimated to have passed 100,000 victims.
Who are
Immediate
you?
quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised.
Ellipses. A cold silence fell over the room. For several long minutes, no one spoke. It was Kay who finally broke the spell.
Is there a chance?
What was what sound? What was what sound? Is there a chance?
I certainly hope it isn't the case, but could it be that this facility is, in fact, one of the quarantine locations that clipping mentions?
No way.
You're saying we're all infected with this Radical 6 virus?
Oh, we've been put into quarantine. You were making a sound? I was singing. You never heard somebody sing in your life before? I know it might be an unknown concept to somebody like you that's unappreciative of art, However, my mind is certainly far too large for you to understand the kind of art that I'm putting out, even though it seems like you struggle with simple art at its core.
Well, I do feel
You
a
just
little
aren't there yet.
strange. I've lost my balance a few times.
I'm sorry, it was just so amazing I couldn't comprehend it. I understand. You're getting there though. You're taking your first steps. Now you recognize the problem and now you can solve it.
That's probably just because you were asleep.
Am I still streaming on ultra low? I think I am, right? I might have to turn that down at some point.
Are you suggesting that our incarceration
Because
here
it
has
seems to
nothing
be
do
like
with this art?
working pretty well. I don't think anybody's getting any buffers. Test.
Yeah,
You saw how fast it appeared on the screen.
it just doesn't add up. The
Does it
work
feel
is backwards.
unnaturally quick to you? I don't think I ever
We've been
changed
thrown
it.
in here after this virus started spreading. But right now it looks like we were abducted before this thing turned into a pandemic.
Oh, they grabbed you and then like
How's that
shoved
make any
it. Oh,
kind of
gotta
sense?
test it again.
Besides, you found that article in the
LUL.
safe, right?
A lol.
That means Zero Senior put it there specifically so we could find it and read it.
Why would Zero
5
do
to
something
7
like
seconds.
So that we'd think this place is a quarantine facility.
I don't know what that means in regards to ultra
So that
low
we
versus
think
low.
What Zero wants us to think.
But I think it worked out on the one stream that I did it.
How do you mean?
Because and if I haven't done it, or if I haven't changed it, sorry, excuse me, it's crazy that I'm yawning right now. Actually insane. So like Thursday, Wednesday finally finished my semester. So like done for the, I guess, basically forever, normal classes anyway. And so, I was ready to like sleep that night. But as I'm going to sleep, power goes out. 1 a.m. power goes out. And I'm laying there and it's in the middle of the summer. So power going out means no AC. And no AC means that I was starting to boil. And my phone was almost dead and I had work the next morning. And so because I needed to get to work, I was like on the verge. My phone was at like 13% at 1 a.m. It was not going to make it to whenever I needed to wake up. So I was on the verge of sending an email to my boss going, hey boss, I don't think there's a possibility. I can't remember how I worded it, but it was like, I use my phone as my alarm. The power's gone off. I want to go to sleep. Depending on when the power comes back on, my phone may or may not be dead. If it's dead, my alarm won't go off. And if my alarm doesn't go off, then I'm just not going to make it till work, at least for like a good few hours after I'm supposed to be there. So if I just don't show up and you try to call me and there's no response, be aware that that is why. However, with my ingenuity, I realized that my laptop, I have a little laptop for school. My laptop was charged. So I just plugged my phone in my laptop and charged it up to like 40% off of that. But, the idea was that I would be able to sleep if I did that. But by that point, it was hot. And I was sitting there sweating. So I couldn't sleep at all. And I was sitting there with a computer and phone in my bed so it could charge. And like I have my head right next to my phone. That way my alarm will just definitely wake me up in the morning. Because like I don't even want to take the chance of like missing my alarm in the morning. So I'm sitting there with like a bunch of technology basically hugging it, cooking. And so I couldn't sleep. And then like 3:30 a.m. you hear the beep. And I think I had dozed off by that point for like 20 minutes. But whenever the power comes back on, you get that loud beep and everything like comes alive again. So it's like a jolt and you get like jump started out of like everything. And also I never turned off the light switch. So I'm staring directly at the ceiling with my eyes closed and the power jolts back on. I'm getting blinded by the false sun that lives directly in my room. Sitting there having to like just hope that I can go back to sleep because I have to jump out of bed and then rush to the light, turn off the light, and then hop back, and then like turn the fan on and stuff. That way it's no longer cooking. But then like throughout the next hour, the power is just off and on. So I didn't actually like sleep until like 5:30 or something, which meant that I was running on like 2 hours of sleep going into work yesterday. So getting off of work, I decided that I was just gonna go to sleep early. So I was like asleep by like 7:30. I woke up at like 3 in the morning. And at that point, whenever you wake up at some ridiculously early time, you're faced with two options where it's like, okay, either I start my day right now and be like super tired later in the day, which I was honestly kind of scared of, because I was like, okay, if I actually get up right now at 3 in the morning, whenever I'm streaming at 7, I'll have already been awake for 17 hours, which is like past the point that you would normally be before you go to bed and stuff. So I decided that I would just like at least take a little nap and push it till like 5 a.m. Either way, went back to sleep, didn't wake up again until 8 a.m. to my alarm telling me to go to work. So I slept for like a good 12 to 13 hours, which I mean, like, it's a lot, but it's nothing incredible. I know some people can push it. I don't know why the brain does it, but whenever you sleep long enough, just leave a newspaper with the article circled in a red pen or something. Whenever you sleep long enough, your body just decides that it can do it for like the rest of its life, and I feel like you could probably force a self-induced coma that way. I have no idea what the technique would look like, but I feel like you're part of the way there. Swapped your laptop battery for your phone, so true. I saw the message a long time ago, but I just didn't read it. Like, I comprehended it, but I didn't read it out loud.
See, there you go.
And I know, like, for me, like, the peak for me is like 17 hours of sleep. But some people can push it further and go like further than a full day of sleep, which sounds impressive. I feel like that's a skill that you have to train at some point. Like, you can train your muscles, you can train your joints, and I feel like you have to train your sleep to get to that point. I bet you money an article like this was front page news. It's too big of a story, and I really don't think they put full page ads on the back of the front page. Signing up for Olympic sleeping, doing my sleep practice. I lay down in a bed, wake up for 10 minutes, walk around for 5 minutes, go back to bed, sleep for 10 minutes. I'm getting my reps in.
Even I know that, and I can count the number of times I've read a paper on one hand.
Incredible stuff.
If Zero Senior really wanted to trick us,
I guess circus work doesn't require a degree.
Only an idiot would fall for this.
Hold on, I want to put on a jacket. I'll be right back. We're back. It's kind of incredible. I thought about it while grabbing the jacket. I was only gone for 5 seconds. In like those 5 seconds that I was gone, there's a world where like I get transmitted and receive like 1,000 viewers in that moment while my head is turned around. They go, oh, this guy's AFK. And then they leave, and like all 1,000 of them are just gone. Summer doesn't officially start till late June. I've never comprehended summer is starting in June, because it just starts in May here. It's like 70 now, but that's because like we got a whole bunch of rain. Sorry, excuse me. We got a whole bunch of rain, so you know, it's a little cooler, but you know, it hit like 90 degrees the other day. Only an idiot would fall for this. It's pathetic. Am I right?
Yes, I agree.
What's the point? Besides, I don't remember ever hearing on any news about any pandemic. They're saying that it's misinformation and it's all made up. I didn't know that we were at that point yet. This game's a little ahead of its time. Except they're on like the scamdemic side of things. COVID's not real! It's still considered spring, it just can't be true. If it was really killing hundreds of thousands of people, I'm pretty sure that would have been on the news or something.
Heard about it.
Good point. However, what if it's relegated to this one room? or created in a lab? Would it be the craziest thing? Let's have a look around, see if we can find anything else. I'll be off then. What about you guys? The consensus seemed to be that they intended to remain. Okay, see you all later. That's a little awkward. With a wave, I made my way to the exit. That just means that they want to gossip about you, Sigma. Where to next? Infirmary? If the whole gang already, like, left, doesn't that mean, like, one of these rooms is just gonna have 0 people in it? Because Phi and Luna was supposed to be in one of these rooms, and they all stayed in there. Which means Sigma's going by himself in one of these. Unless it's, like, 1 and 1 in one of the rooms. Well, like, no, because it can be Alice and Clover and then Tenmyoujis and Quark, huh?
What do you want?
I just came by to check up on you. Tenmyoujis kind of being a little bit of a dick now.
I thought maybe you were here to kill me.
To kill you? That's insane. Why would I do that?
betrayed you in the last AB game. I'm the reason you and Fire down to 1 BP.
Yeah, that's hardly any reason to kill you. You should just, like, feel bad for even thinking that, Tenmyoujis. I'm not trying to say that you're a bad person, but you did betray me. The second that I enter the room, you're like, you're here to murder me. And I'm talking like I'm going to accept that. I just expected it from you. You seem like that kind of guy. It was clear that conversation wasn't going anywhere. I shut my mouth and looked around the room. You've already been here before, Sigma. No need to closely examine it. So is it just you here?
Divider, yeah.
This side?
Quark's
Yeah, we didn't
there.
get to look behind it. True.
You really gonna make me say it?
The lady who was murdered, you mean? True. Yeah, you've been acting kind of weird ever since we found her. Why is that?
Isn't that normal?
Bro, ever since we found that dead body, you've been really seeming like a down in the dumps. Can you please get over it? You're kind of bringing down the vibe. We're all just trying to have a little bit of fun
We
here.
found a dead body. Who the hell doesn't get a little freaked out?
And I also did try to
Some of
kill you.
Just running around like nothing happened. Hell, some of you probably don't even remember she's in here.
Man. It's a coping mechanism. We all cope differently, Tenmyoujis. You have to understand. That's just because we got a lot of other stuff to think about. Can you blame them for being a little single-minded? They're trying to escape from a game that's just made it clear it has no problems killing them.
Survive, huh?
Yeah.
Don't you think we ought to figure out who killed her first?
That might be a good idea. What does that have to do with anything?
You don't think much, do you?
The Sigma's not too bright.
Neodymium, the bastard who grabbed us, is the same
Neodymium?
bastard who killed her.
What does the Matrix have to do with this? Was he alive at the end? I'm pretty sure he was alive at the end. I had a few buffers so far. Let me take a look actually what this is set at, if I can. Because most likely it is just set to that. I don't think I can look right now. I'll have to look after stream. Which is unfortunate. I apologize for the buffers. That does mean that, like, you'll slowly be drifting away. So, you know,
Who else could it be?
get ready to be clicking around trying to get back into the live status. I'll bet you £1. Oh, who else could it be? If Zero is one of us, then you're saying one of us murdered the old lady? I can live, just wanted to let you know. Yeah, I'll have to look to see if it's, like, okay. Saw it too, right? The person in the gas mask. Did you notice anything?
The gas made pretty short work of me.
True.
Me and Quark.
Oh? You and Quark were grabbed together?
Yeah, we were.
Oh, they're like a built-in duo. Is he your
what if he is?
grandson?
Why do you want to know? That doesn't have anything to do with what's going on here.
But what if it does? Maybe it'll shed some light on
Pretty
something
sure it
else?
won't.
Why is that?
It's got nothing to do with this.
He's here. He's literally got something. So it's got something to do with you then?
What is it, goddammit?
Good one, Sigma. You got the interrogator's questioning going.
What
He
do you
can't
want?
handle it. We're on a good side here. He's getting angry. They tend to, well, do they get angry whenever they're more likely to be innocent? I think he's innocent. Because you're suspicious.
Wait, what? There's nothing suspicious about me.
You're old. Nobody else here is old. When and where did Zero Senior
I
abduct
don't feel
you?
like spilling my guts to a guy who probably hates him right now.
Alright, fine. I'll just ask Quark.
Hey, stop it. Quark!
Quark, don't tell
The
him!
damn thing!
Bro, he's just asking. It's not that big of a deal. You're getting more suspicious by the... I started toward the partition as I spoke with the intention of finding Quark. I found him as I rounded the divider, but he was just standing there, a blank, slightly confused look on his face. Quark? You alright? I don't think he is alright. He's looking pretty radical right now.
What?
Almost like he's, over 6.
Is something
I'm sorry?
happening?
He's a little dopey right now. I turned to look at Tenmyoji. He looked back, confused. Weren't you listening to our conversation?
You were just talking so fast. I couldn't really understand.
Oh, my bad. I can slow it down and maybe speak a little more
My
succinctly.
head felt kind of foggy.
Oh, he's got the brain fog. I felt like mine was cleared with 17 hours of sleep. Maybe you should try something similar. It starts a little more foggy, but it gets less foggy over
Whatever it
time.
was seems to be gone.
I didn't know that we were getting like layered responses here of like, oh, it's not just an instant switch. It kind of was an instant switch for Alice though, and I've hung out with Alice a lot, and she never was like, the fog, you're speaking too fast.
And
I guess like in the room she didn't help at all, but you know, none of the people ever help at all. He glanced at the bed in the back of the room. On it lay the body of the old woman. Tenmyoji, what were you thinking? You can't let Quark back here?
Quark, get over here.
Oh, they think it's just because, you know, a kid might not be able to handle a literal stabbed-to-death lady.
Maybe Luna should have a look at you. Supposedly, she's some sort of doctor.
Supposedly.
gosh, Grandpa, you're such a worrier. You always freak out over
You can't
nothing.
say Grandpa. You're supposed to call me Tenmyoji. They're going to figure it out. Looks to me like you're doing fine. I guess we don't have anything to worry about.
Come on, let's get back to work. I'm guessing you didn't.
I'm
find
trying to
us
keep
some
my
passage somewhere.
very non-suspicious grandson hidden from the rest of the group. Surely they won't figure it out. Nope.
I see.
I'll go check up on the others then. Tenmyoji, keep an eye on
I
him.
need you to tell me that.
There's no reason to have the tone, Tenmyoji. We're just trying to make sure that we're on the same page right now. I grinned and turned toward the exit. Sigma's got the retail worker experience. Where to go next? There was only one place I hadn't visited. Just smile at them. Smile at them. I know that they want to buy the shoes off of your feet and you can't let them and now they're yelling at you, but just like smile and say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It can't be done. Tenmyoji, I guess, would, or Sigma would have some good experience. Tenmyoji obviously would have some good experience, supposedly, seeing as how he's supposedly like 70 years old.
Well, have you found anything?
What about you? What the Sigma?
I looked through 3
I
or 4
realized
rooms
it kind of links in easily, huh?
No secret passages. So
I don't think we're gonna find any. Do you really think Zero
Just, like, knock on the wall?
Stupid?
Surely it's
You're
hollow.
probably right.
If you roll into it, it'll
secret
open.
passageway
You just
is
have to do it
traced
54 times. Make sure you do it
I have a lot of
exactly
choice
54
options.
times and then
But I
wait
admit
20
stupid
hours
is
and then
one
the
of them.
passage will open. It's true, I swear.
Right?
You can join a different faction if you go back there. It's just called clever design. You wouldn't get it? There's something I've been wondering about. What exactly is the deal with the two of you? Well, you obviously know each other pretty well.
Half sisters.
I see. I'm not saying that I don't believe
Any
you.
chance you'd buy that one?
Then what
Sorry.
do you think we are?
I didn't feel like playing games. What's headquarters supposed to mean? I heard you two talking in the infirmary. You said something about getting in touch with headquarters. That was a little suspicious. You do happen to give off the vibes of secret agents, except like not doing it very well.
Alice, what should we do?
Tell me the truth. Alice laid her hands on her hips and sighed.
Clover and I are co-workers.
Uh-huh. Okay,
We
where do you
can't tell
co-work?
that.
McDonald. Is it some sort of secret government project that you can't
Tell
talk
yourself
about?
that, if it makes you feel better.
That's a little crazy, Sigma. Does it have something to do with Zero?
Why would you think that?
I mean, you are just like trying to contact headquarters or whatever. It's pretty crazy. You seem to know more about Zero than you're letting on, Clover, the way you're talking in the infirmary. There's even a Zero. Sure sounds like you've heard of Zero before to me, and Alice, from what you two were saying, I'd bet you know something about Zero too. You can't hide it forever, just tell me what's going on here. What if we just killed him, they're thinking? and then you get a game over because Clover stabs you to death, it wouldn't have been the first time that it's happened in a Nonary escape game.
This isn't the
She
first
seems to be
time
pretty good at it.
this has happened.
And it's not the first time that you're going to stab someone to
It's
death.
okay. I think we can tell him a little.
Yes, thank you, Clover. We finally have somebody that trusts us. What do you mean this isn't the first time?
9 people
Oh,
were
screenshots from
supposed to play the
999.
game.
It's nostalgic. There's numbers on the door instead of colors. We're going for simple mathematics rather than the RGB doors of the gamerified warehouse.
Rules were different, but it was called the Nonary game too.
Well, this one's the second one. That one was like the first one. It wasn't the first one. There was technically one before it, but it was the first one that was like documented, and you kind of heard about it through the other one. So I would really call this one Nonary Game 2, and then the other one Nonary Game 1.
Oh, wait. I guess
And then
only
maybe
7
like
of them
the
were really kidnapped.
pre-Nonary game I think would work.
I mean, 2 of them were actually the ones behind it. No, I guess if I count the other 2, then there were 9.
The other 2, there were 9. Okay, so we had Ace,
Anyway, the people
and
behind that Nonary
Akane.
also called themselves Zero.
Ace was just like evil, but he had been through it. No, Ace didn't plan it. Can you give me more details besides how do you even know about this in the
Because I
first
was
place?
part of it.
True, I
was one of the
remember,
people
I
who got
remember.
kidnapped.
Tell him about Junpei. We love Junpei. He had
No.
voice acting. It made me like him more. Bro knows too much.
It's my 3rd.
Who, Sigma or Clover? Oh, I forgot Clover was part of the first one too. Like the first one, the
The same
pre-Nonary
thing
game.
happened 10 years ago.
Clover's kind of unlucky. She's gonna have to go through these like constantly. What are you? And then that means you have to have something to do with this?
Guess you could say that.
What do you mean you guess? I thought you forgetting was on purpose, not gonna lie. I feel like that's a mean-spirited comment. Whoever keeps doing these Nonary games must have decided they wanted you to play a third one. It's just because she's so good at it. Why
Because
not?
The game was run by a different person both times, and the guy
True.
behind the first Nonary game.
How does it
has
keep
already
happening
been
then?
arrested.
The improbability? You don't understand what it's feeling? You said there were 2 people for that one?
They're still on the run, but
Then it has to
no,
be them.
I really don't think so.
They're still on the run. Ace, like the 2 people that ran the
Because
second
they
Nonary?
already did what they were trying to do.
So Junpei and is she talking Junpei and Akane then?
There's no way they'd have another Nonary game.
I didn't think that Junpei was counting in the running of the Nonary game part. No. It was Santa and Akane, right? Santa was teamed up with Akane because Santa was related or something? Santa was part of it, I think, right? Junpei would never, true. I'm sorry I ever doubted Junpei. It's just that Junpei was like an integral part of the scheme. Let me see if I have this straight. When next stream highlight video, whenever I edit it together, I'm working on it now. Don't remember besides Ace. Unfortunately, like, things slowed down a little bit on video editing, but it'll be coming back up soon. Don't remember besides Ace. Ace ran the first one, but he didn't run the second one. The second one was ran by Akane, who was like fading out of existence, and I'm pretty sure Santa was helping Akane run it because she was like faded out of existence because technically she didn't even exist because technically she was dead because Seven saw that she was dead, but Junpei needed to be receiving so that he could save Akane's existence so she wouldn't like fade out or whatever by different people and for different reasons. The Nonary game had already been done twice by different people and for different reasons.
Well, I
And it's
guess we
just been
totally
called the same
should.
thing every time.
I think so.
Everybody's always been aware. So that means that this one has to be run by somebody that was aware of the first one. Why is whoever's doing this calling it the Nonary game? Is it just a coincidence that they're calling themselves Zero? I do like that it feels like that the writers actually thought about like the questions that I ask, because usually right after I ask them, they answer them.
I don't know.
Which means that they actually probably are directly leading me along, and I might be stupid and easily influenced. That's not good enough. You gotta think, Clover. Clover, you're the key to figuring all this out, but you gotta think.
I don't know.
Have you tried thinking about that? Have you tried doing that, Clover? Have you tried thinking? Now, I don't want to like explain your position to you or anything, but I really think that you should try thinking, Clover.
Oh.
Not to be condescending, but maybe if you thought a little bit, we'd be a little further along.
Mask.
The gas mask? It's the same one. That's 0. But what about it?
Well, somebody in a gas mask showed up and used that white smoke stuff on me.
Uh-huh.
That's what happened.
It's called
a year
gas?
ago. And that's what happened on the 22nd. Someone with a
The head
gas
empty vase if I ever saw one? True. This got to be the same person?
They do that. I mean, they already did what they needed to do. And if it was them, then I don't know why all these other people are here.
To make it
Except for
9.
me and Alice. None of you guys have anything to do with what happened a year ago.
Oh, there it is, the Alice connection. Well, I mean, I know I didn't have anything to do with it. Are you sure you've never met any of the other people
I'm
here?
sure. I know I've never met Luna, or Dio, or tenmyoujis, or Quark, or Phi, but Kay.
Oh, true, you can't be certain about Kay because he's in a robot.
There's no way to know who he is under that armor.
Maybe the voice.
And if his
Do you
memory loss
recognize
is
the
real,
voice?
he wouldn't
What if it's
know
just
even
7 under there? If it's 7 under there, that might be like incredibly funny. He does not sound like 7 at
Unless
all,
we can get that mask off him.
but
I can't say for
it
sure
would be
if I've
funny.
met him before
Or
not.
Ace. Ace is dead though, I think, right? No, we kidnapped Ace. Then before one of us could break the silence. Oh, everybody's coming to spoil the parade again. Always interrupting for no good reason. Tenmyoji, what's wrong?
Where's Luna?
She's not here.
What's wrong?
It's Quark. Something bad's happened.
Oh, yeah, he's gone crazy.
He just collapsed.
Shocking. We've been here before.
She said she was some kind of a doctor, right?
Yep. Luna's over in the lounge. Where's
It's in the
Quark?
infirmary.
Got it, I'll go get Luna. Clover, Alice, you're with me.
Right.
Good thing. They're okay with that. Usually whenever you try to give like some kind of advice, they're just like, no, I won't listen to you. We bolted out of the crew quarters and headed toward the lounge in Luna. This will be the 5th time that we've seen Quark near dead, and then Alice soon after. Well, Alice we've seen literally dead once so far. The whole process took only a few minutes. The machine scanned Quark's body, and within seconds his results lit up the screen. Words too complicated for me to understand scrolled across it, and Luna's face grew dark. She bit her lip and stood there for a moment looking down at Quark before she spoke.
Well, I know what's wrong with him.
He's got the
It's
sickness.
terrible saying this, Quark.
Radical
Hasn't-
sickness.
Oh no.
I don't know what's different with the dialogue here.
Yes.
Don't
he's
tell
been
me.
infected with a virus called Radical 6.
Shocking, shocking. Have you heard of this virus, Radical
Yeah,
6, I
I
mean?
told him about it before we went to the lounge.
What? No. No, that can't be right.
It's real, it wasn't made up.
There must be something we can
He's
do.
patient
How can
zero.
we cure him?
Oh, 0? I can't believe it, he's the
Adam
one that
says
did it.
There's an antiviral serum called Excelavir.
Maybe it's the people talking? I don't know what's different either. Yeah, I have
It's
no
the only
idea.
way to counteract
Zero.
Radical 6. If we can inject him with some, he should.
Where is it?
Was there none in the infirmary?
No.
Sigma, Tenmyoji, and I looked everywhere. We didn't find anything.
We didn't find anything like that in the.
Oh,
crew
I bet
quarters
like
either.
we have like 0
in the
this
lounge.
time.
Oh God.
We had like 1 in the other run. I bet we have 0 in this one, and that we have to go to like 1 in the other one. Tenmyoji's voice broke as he spoke. He's feeling like he'll no longer be awoke. He can't let out a croak. His life is feeling like a joke as he wishes that he had a Coke. You got filtered? What did you type? The filter shouldn't be like strict or anything. It's set to like the normal standard thing. I have no idea what possibly you could have typed to get filtered. It wasn't even that bad? Are you sure? You're literally a mod. You're a mod and you got filtered. That's crazy. With a tortured sigh, he collapsed to his knees. You're sitting there typing like horrible things in the chat going, it's not that bad. You have power in the chat. You're like captain. I'm like the captain and you're like the second captain. You're captain 2. You got top chat instead of live chat? No, it didn't appear. It didn't appear in live chat. It's not there in live chat. I can see live chat. You got filtered. Whatever you said, it was horrible. And I feel like you should apologize. I don't know what you're apologizing for, but I feel like you should. With a tortured sigh, he collapsed to his knees.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God.
Ignore the scalpel in his
Get
hand.
away from me!
I'm going to kill you.
What are you...
I wonder if it's just because we're on like a different path technically, so you're not allowed to like skip past it.
After what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it obvious?
Kill.
Escape!
But
Life.
how?
Like... this!
Quark's hand moved like lightning. He grabbed hold of the scalpel and was driving it straight toward his heart. Stop!
No!
Quick action, Sigma. Everybody else was hesitating like a bunch of losers. You know how to handle this kind of situation. Pretty tough for a kid. I could use a hand.
Right.
I don't want to hear it, Dio. You're probably the worst person here.
Stop it! Let go of me, you jerk!
He's still smiling in a situation like this. Tenmyoujis, what are you doing? Get over here. Tenmyoujis!
Oh.
I
Right.
feel like whenever you do like the fake screen, you get like that little strain in your voice. And
Damn you!
it reminds me like whenever people sing, there's so many different ways that you can sing. Krill without the R isn't allowed at all. Oh. I might see if I could adjust the settings so that Krill is allowed without the R. But, you know, I'll have to figure out how to do that. It is pretty insane that Krill without the R is not allowed. Maybe you just like that. Welcome, Pog. Pog, true. You're pogging at a small child's death. I just don't know if that's thematically appropriate. Even tried to explain the word and it got filtered. I want to know what the explanation was, but obviously you can't like drop that unless you want to go into like an explanation of an explanation. You kind of have like the OBS and the OBS and the OBS, a mirror and 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 a mirror. That kind of feeling going on. My soul can escape. Just let my soul go. Radical 6 just makes you more aware of the being inside of yourself and how weak your flesh is and how much happier you could be if you ascended from it.
Let me go! I'm trapped here!
He just wants to astral project. Turn the value of his life into the same as his name. Oh, like cosmically small.
I have to die!
Zero? Oh, Zero? There's no way. Is that like another reason why he's called Zero? Because there's 0 lives at the end of it? Oh, I get it now. Krill me, krill me. At the buffet, at the seafood buffet. Anybody, krill me, krill me, krill me. Solid shark or solid whale trying to get food through his filter mouth thing. You know those, what are they called? Like they're not teeth, but they're basically like this moppy, not moppy, but like wiry texture in the mouth that gets the fish through. Well, now the explanation's been too long, but you get the idea. I can't remember the name of them. It's basically like a filter. It's like a Brita filter, but for whales that let food go through. The krill me is that whale too.
Right, I've got it.
Good job, Clover. Fork barely even seemed to notice the loss of the scalpel. He continued to scream and writhe like he was possessed. Baleen plates. Hello, Pog. What are we going to do? We gotta calm him down somehow.
Luna,
Yes?
are there any tranquilizers in here?
Yes. No.
I mean,
Never mind. I lied. I kind of got like
What?
the chat box over Luna's Zoom box. So I apologize if you're trying to see Luna's Zoom. Soparil?
That's the anesthetic, the one that's in our bracelets.
Good.
True.
Perfect. Hit him with some of that.
What?
He'll be fine. It's just an anesthetic, Tenmyoji. It won't
So we
hurt
can
him, I
find something
promise.
further.
Just hurry up and do it. Come on, Luna.
Okay.
I just have to stab him with the injection gun. Good thing they left all these medical materials here. How kind of Zero to do that for us. Everything else is so gently planned out. Maybe he just needed to see if we had like a medical training. Was it on purpose to grab Luna? Like maybe she's just completely unrelated, but Zero is like, maybe they do need a doctor if they're going to be dealing with all
Do
this.
it now.
Right. No!
No!
Stop!
Silence. It wasn't that bad. Come on.
Respiration, blood pressure, brain waves. Everything's normal. According
Good.
to these readings, he's in a very deep sleep.
He's just in coma mode. That's you after sleeping for 24 hours. You can sleep forever.
Yes.
What about the anesthetic? How long will it last?
He shouldn't wake up for a few hours.
So you got time to look.
Man, he sure was strong for such a little guy.
It's the drug it's the virus that comes with steroids
It might
built
be
in.
The virus's fault. It probably attacks
I'm
the
just
part of the brain
correct.
that governs reason. Without anything to hold it back, his body was using every ounce of
Oh,
strength
so he's
it
probably
had.
like torn every single muscle in his body.
Huh? Oh, well,
How much do you know about this Radical 6?
The virus gave him a buff. True. I'm walking into hospitals hugging random sick people. That way I can gain superpowers.
probably know about as much as you do. All I've seen about it is that newspaper article Sigma showed me.
You'd better not be lying.
Dio, I think like everybody here is more trustworthy than you
I
are.
lied about that.
Even Clover and
I've seen
Alice.
other viruses that do the
And they're
same
like
thing.
specifically
I was just
hiding things.
making a guess. So when
You're
Clark
just
told
some
me
circus
once,
guy, huh?
are you
What does
saying
the
that
circus have to do with the
Radical
virus?
6 too? Yes. At least, I think so.
Because I was getting like you trust Circus Man? You got a bad eye for people. That's all I have to say. I don't trust him at all. He's too obviously suspicious. So was Santa. Santa was too obviously suspicious too. And he ended up actually just being Zero. So, you know, it's not like the game is completely devoid of bombastic choices. Santa was basically screaming, "I'm Zero," and he was just Zero. They wouldn't do it 2 games in a row. Well, the Nonary game before that had Ace, and Ace was just like there, and then Ace was there. So it wasn't like a game per se, but even in the story, it's just like the bad guy. He's sitting there evil laughing and stuff, cackling about having a bunch of kids that he's gonna murder in the incinerator. He's turning them into like French fries. And you don't think that the little circus guy that's constantly just dividing people for literally no reason could possibly be the bad guy? I just think that maybe you're overthinking it a little bit. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I pulled the newspaper article out of my pocket and looked at it again. Everybody else crowded in.
Immediate quarantine of any
It seems that there always ends with a line, "You're underthinking." That seems to be a common with me, to be honest. Well, actually, I tend to overthink instead of underthink, which means that if you take the in-between, that means that I am just correctly thinking, like, the ideal amount right now. I'm thinking. End of story. There's no prefix on it. There's no under, there's no over. I'm thinking. I'm like the thinker. I'm sitting here with my leg crossed, my chin in my hands, eyes looking in a skeptical way, because I'm thinking for sure. Mid-thinking is for losers. Mid-thinking is for
That's not possible.
logicians. It's like magicians, but for people that are logical, because we don't believe in magic. Like you. Dio ran through what he told the rest of us in the lounge.
Then you're saying the newspaper article was faked?
But the virus is clearly real.
Adam.
The machine told us he was infected with Radical 6.
Messed up.
So, do you know how that thing works?
It's not messed
There's
up.
1,000 ways to hack it.
It's correct. I don't. It's pristine. I guess I'll have the word. Messed up implies a dirty environment, but the environment with which my mind exists is pristine. You know how that thing works, but there's 1,000 ways to hack it.
Probably just programmed it so that it would spit out whatever he wanted.
No, you can't hack the atom. It's impenetrable.
Something Sigma mentioned.
The Fort Knox of medical technology.
Have any of you guys heard anything about any sort of...
Well, no, but
We've been out for a few days.
Being used as a bioweapon.
Oh, Resident Evil! It ties in.
what?
What did you say?
Same universe? What the hell? Explain.
As much as I would love to. I'm sorry.
WDH.
Time's up. Hit the buttons on your bracelet.
5
We
minutes.
only have 5 minutes.
Well, you know,
until
it
the
takes a
dramatic
long
doors
time to walk
downstairs.
back, so, you know, we can talk and walk. It's not like we're
I'm sorry,
completely out of
but I really
time.
need more than 5 minutes to explain this.
Oh, that's a little more reasonable. As if you'd tell us even if there
Oh,
was
wow.
time, right?
Who knows?
Good play, Alice. Leave it a mystery.
Fine.
It's working on
We'll deal with this
everybody.
later.
Everybody's confident that there's a chance that you
Right
would
now,
tell
we need
them.
to get to the elevator and head down to floor B.
They're not suspicious of you at all.
What are we going to do about Quark?
I'll carry him.
Are you sure?
I can't just leave the boy here. Besides,
True.
if we don't have Quark's bracelet, there'll be one team who can't open their secondary door.
Also true, maybe you should kill him.
Happens.
They'll get
It's
penalized.
the most pragmatic choice.
Exactly.
Very well then. I will carry Quark. I will be able to move much faster than Tenmyoji.
True, you have like a super suit of armor with like built-in muscles. And Tenmyoji is 80. Tenmyoji trusts
Are you sure
him.
about this? Can I trust you?
You have nothing to worry about.
I trust Kay like a lot, actually.
Fine.
I just have a good feeling about Amnesiacs after 999 as well. I feel like Amnesiacs have good
Of
intentions.
course.
How could they possibly have bad intentions? They literally can't remember what malevolent deed they were looking to enact on the earth.
All right, let's go.
Amnesiacs would never lie? I honestly think so. They can't remember why they should lie in the first place.
Move.
They can't remember what they would lie about, but you know, why they should would be a mystery to them. The door opened and we spilled out into the warehouse. It's like a can of beans being tipped over. Slow and steady. Downwards we go. Kay is gonna be chill until he remembers. Yeah, wait until he figures out the horrors that he's gone through. Can you imagine if he's actually just Zero but can't remember that he's Zero? And so he's doing all these kind things whenever he should be like trying to make the game go as planned. And then like we win the game and he doesn't remember that he's Zero until we already exit. It's like, yeah, we left. And then he realizes like on the car ride home, he was like, wait a minute. I know who I am now. And then they have to re-kidnap everybody, and then it's like Virtue's Last Reward 2. And then like Kay's just up front this time. Yeah, I'm Zero. And then they grab like a different ninth guy. It would be the most obvious and least obvious outcome. It kind of does hit the Schrodinger's theme pretty well. I love the idea that he just remembers Zero after they leave. Yeah, it's pretty good.
They're open. Hurry. Who's going to go?
And then I guess he just misses his chance. Maybe he could choose different armor and then get like a voice changer. And then just hope that nobody notices.
We're almost out of time. Pay attention. We've only got time to do this once. Just
Make it
like
look way
before.
bigger, like
There
he's
are
like a
only
super
3
fat guy or something.
combinations.
Like stomach armor. Change the voice to be like deep. I have amnesia. We need to solve the puzzle. And he has like a mustache on the armor too. The options Fi laid out for us were the following. You could be Zero, I don't know though. I feel like there's a real shot that Sigma just ends up being 0, but through like an alternate timeline, and he's like receiving the 0 rules. Clover and I pair up with Tenmyoji. Luna, I don't care about the rest of them. Tenmyoji is A. Dio is B. I don't want to team up with him at all. I'm just going with Tenmyoji, I think. Clover and I pair up with Quark. Oh, he's like down. I'm doing that. C. That's the most interesting one by far. So we're going with C. With Quark, Clover and Quark.
3 minutes remain.
3 minutes remain. How do we want to pair up?
The greatest disadvantage should get to
That's
choose.
me. That's me.
The people
What do you
who have
mean?
1 BP.
That's a good suggestion, Alice.
By Luna and Sigma?
Yes, exactly.
Alright then. Who do you want to go with, Alice?
Anyone but Dio.
Real.
I'd rather die than get paired up with that prick.
Same. I agree with you, Alice. However, I think you're gonna have to take one for the team because it's not gonna be me.
Damn. That's a lot of hate.
You bring it on yourself,
What did you
Dio. You have to
expect?
understand.
You betrayed me.
Hey, I told you already. That was Quark.
I don't believe you.
What?
It's that easy?
Trust him more than me?
I mean,
Anybody other than Dio could mean Quark, you know. You willing to pair up with him?
He's asleep.
he's napping. That's true too.
Worry about him voting.
I glanced over at Quark. He looked tiny, cradling Kay's arms, fast asleep. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was just a kid who tired himself out from playing too hard. Well, if you think about it, it's kind of like that. Just, you know, paired with a debilitating illness, and also he's been
Anyone
kidnapped
other
and
than
also on the
Tenmyoji's
verge of
fine.
death.
My reasoning is the same as Alice's.
So maybe a little different, but I feel like at the core it's similar.
Last time.
Well, I guess that's fair.
If we want to honor Alice and Phi's requests, then we can go with any option besides C.
Wait, C's the one that I wanted.
A?
Oh, hold on.
And then I'm going with
Got
A.
2 other people with 1 BP. How about you, Luna?
That's true.
I don't really have a preference.
Luna, you're always indecisive.
Clover and Kay did betray me last time, but
They're both pairs now. Since you're going, and since you're a pair too, there's no way you'd end up going through the same door as them.
Alright then, Sigma. How about you?
Sigma. What does Sigma want? Clover and I were a pair. That meant that I had to choose one of the 3 solos. I want Quark. Oh, I want Quark so bad. Tenmyoji betrayed me. Tenmyoji is gonna kill me. I'm going to ally with Tenmyoji again, and he will just literally kill me. I'm gonna save since it's been a minute. Just to, like, save. Almost at 10 hours in this game, by the way. We're just gonna do with Tenmyoji, not be difficult. So, yeah. I'll take Tenmyoji, so we'll go through the blue door.
I picked Betray last time.
I don't care, I'm honoring. Exactly, so I'll just make you pick ally this time. I guess I should say you won't have a choice.
Mind telling me how you'll do that?
I'd love to, but we don't really have time. Sigma's got something in mind that I just don't.
Fine. You're on.
You're on.
Doing option
I'll
A.
pick Betray if it's the last thing that I
means
do.
Luna, Dio, and I will go through the green door.
Good riddance. I hate you and Dio both fine.
Which leaves the red door for Quark, Kay, and me.
You got superpowers and it's just kind of unfair.
Any objections?
No objections.
Good. Let's go.
It's puzzle solving time.
Take care of Quark, alright?
You needn't worry.
I just feel like Kay and Tenmyoji kind of have like a brotherly bond going on. After this whole thing, they'll be going to bars together, getting drinks, and then maybe realizing they're actually like madly in love with each other, and then like kissing and marrying and doing all the things that couples do, which we don't need to get into details here.
I'll watch out for him.
Congratulations, Tenmyoji and Kay.
Until chromatic doors close.
Hurry up, guys. The door's closing.
I'm going.
Start running. With only seconds to spare, we dash through the blue door. The blue door.
1, 0.
That's the guy.
Door.
This should be a new puzzle, right? Hopefully. If it's a repeat puzzle, I might scream. Feel like I've been through a war. If it opens into the garden, we're gonna have serious problems. No, because I believe it's different routes, right? Uh-oh. 3 doors. Which one should we
That
take?
seems like kind of a silly question.
Oh, it's the garden.
They're all locked, aren't they?
Oh, they are all locked.
This thing here's got a lever.
Why don't you pull it?
Right.
Please, please don't be the garden. Open. Which one is it? Looks like one of them open. It's not the garden. Good.
They're probably telling us we should go that way.
You would think so. That's a good guess, Tenmyoji. I think you've got a good eye on things. Didn't Tenmyoji was also thinking he knew Clover the Peck. The Tekken 8 main menu screen before the update. Oddly specific reference. So this is the exit, huh? Nothing, locked tight, won't even budge. What a shocker. So what the hell is this place?
PEC. Guessing it's not for working out, though.
You wouldn't think so. Looks like it's probably an acronym or abbreviation or something, but for what? Prepared emergency chocolate? Private ecclesiastical commode?
Oh, wait a sec.
Commode is good. I need to like incorporate that into my vocabulary.
I think it explains what this room is for.
I feel like I used to be able to whip out the commode, but I don't think I can anymore.
This facility is pressurized, maintaining much higher air pressure than the surrounding environment.
You gonna get lightheaded?
Airborne viral contagions.
Quiet.
Oh, we're all getting sick.
Oh, right.
Thank you for the extremely specific reference, no problem.
Airborne viral contagions have necessitated this step. Which
That's
is
what I'm here
intended to
for.
prevent
I'm here to make the
contamination
connection so you don't have to.
All persons wishing to exit the facility must do so.
It's
through
not
this
lined up.
pressure exchange
Oh, there it
chamber.
is. They just needed
Once
to
the
like
chamber
drop
has
an
been
entire
sealed,
paragraph in the
pressure
thing.
can be lowered to match the surrounding environment. Before the PEC can be depressurized,
I hope I don't have to remember all this, because it's just unlikely.
to prevent infection.
Oh, we're getting into
PEC will
hazmat.
not function unless all occupants are wearing appropriate
We have to get
protective
like
equipment.
geared up for this room. Can't wait for the underwater section in this game. They'll be adding that to Monster Hunter soon.
I don't think it's just any virus.
It has to be Radical 6.
It does seem like there might be a common theme here. I happen to agree with Clover and Tenmyoji. Then that newspaper article was true, right? Several long moments of silence crawled past. The three of us just stared at one another, our minds working to make sense of this new information. Eventually, Clover shuffled to one of the lockers and opened it.
Is this one of
Lethal
those
Company!
hazmat suits the manual was talking about?
Yeah, I figure they are.
Been seeing those guys a lot lately. The suit was in Signalis as well. We won't be able to get into the pressure exchange thing unless we've got those
Getting that
on.
room to decompress is
I've
the
always
only
thought
way
of
to get
hazmat as
outside.
like the bright yellow radiation suits, I guess. But maybe they're like more often red, like that red orange. Good ground color, by the way, that red orange. Maybe that's like the more common one. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's like a viral kind of suit. Like they have different flavors. So where's the actual decompression room?
Have a look. See that lift over there?
Oh, a bathtub. Fill it with water. Oh, we're looking at it. That means we're gonna have to go up and down stairs. It's kind of an annoying idea in this game. Rooms divided into 2 floors,
We're on the
upper and lower.
floor right now. Earlier we were on the upper one.
True.
This is the
I do know how up and down
exchange
works.
chamber. No good.
Good try.
This one's locked too.
Every single door.
Nope.
It's probably pointless, but humor me on this. Let's go put on those suits, come back here, and try
It
again.
does seem like that's how this thing is supposed to work.
Good idea,
Do
Sigma.
you really think it'll be that easy?
Surely,
It's hard
that's
to
what
believe
the
Zero
instructions
Senior
said.
would make that big of a mistake.
Well, let's have a look around anyway. Maybe we'll find something about that
Yeah,
virus.
Good idea.
Actually, true. Sigma, you got a brain on you.
Do it.
You're doing the same thing, Tenmyoji. Come on. I just don't think you're in a spot to be, like, smug about things right now. After everything that we've been through. You're not in the best spot yourself either, buddy. I just feel like you should be aware of that. Oh. It's Zero Junior. It's only a model. Sigma got so much smarter after going back in the flow once. Sigma's been shockingly smart throughout the whole like thing. He does know how to think. He's also just like really dumb at the same time. He's found a way to balance the smartness and the dumbness, so you kind of meet in the middle where the dumb overpowers through most of his speech, but I feel like the smart takes control of his actions. He's like a standard fool. A fool. A hooligan. Not the real thing. Why would they put a model of Zero Junior in there? He's just screwing with us, bastard. He doesn't look all that nice either. I thought maybe I would be able to take a look at the other thing. The clock. Is that a barometer? The needle's in the middle. It says it's 1.5 atmospheres. That must be the normal pressure for this building. Remember, it said something in the manual about the pressure in here being higher than the pressure outside. I thought maybe we could click on the lower things. Lockers. It won't open. Is it locked? Looks like it. This one has no lock. We got a box. This is all junk. Nothing's useful in here. Surely like behind it or something, right? Filled with junk, as is the usual case with junk. None of it looks useful. That one's locked. It's locked up tight. Use X-ray vision. She's just getting to know the world. She's taken a step back and analyzing things from an outside of the body perspective. Soon she'll understand and have all the answers that we need. An out-of-body perspective. Oh, she is like, she was receiving and stuff. 25113. Is there something in there? Looks like a key. I feel like this glass panel is supposed to open, waiting for this to just be like corner count or something. I wonder what this number is. You think it's a hint to help us unlock the panel? 25113, huh? I wonder what the 5 cylinders are about. Press the true. Let's do this. 2 star 5. Oh, that's also a 5. Up cylinder. None of it makes any sense. I don't get it. True. We aren't there yet. Let's go down. Hold on tight. It's gonna be a rough ride down. Okay. Safely traveled. What can I say? We're experts. We got lockers over here. The grabbing and dragging just doesn't work as well as I hoped it would. I have to play this game two-handed whenever I mostly played 999 one-handed. And I just would prefer to play this game one-handed. It's not like it's not like I'm doing anything with my other hand. Like, really, I'm just like grabbing onto my face or whatever. Like, hand and head. Chin, like the thinker. Guess we might as well leave these suckers alone for now. One of those protective suits, if we put these on, we should be able to get... Well, let's do it then. We didn't need to do it like immediately. You managed to get it on, yeah. It's a little big on me, but I think it should be okay. I'm ready to go. Good. Should we go then? Might as well. Oh, okay. We just like have it on. It's no big deal. I can still explore. One at a time. Nobody else wanted to like close stuff with me? Oh, even more suit. Its protective suit keeps out viruses. Looks like there's a bunch of them. I still can't believe it. How can the whole outside world be infected with some virus? It's too horrible. I hope it's not true. It can't be. I think Zero Senior just put these here to mess with us. Hope you're right. That would be pretty crazy. All of it is just suits. I should have just opened only the one. But like, imagine if there was a key in there or something. Torture device? A large machine. Oh, blood pressure. I can't find the power button. Me either, but there's a cord coming out of the back. See? Just plug it in. That's a USB cable. You think we're supposed to plug it into something? Appears to be in the main body of whatever this machine is. It has a USB cable coming out of the back. We got colors. I wonder what these are about. Think they mean something? I would assume so. The colored squares on the side. Okay, can't even look at the chair. Why bother? What are you? This is the manual I was telling you about. Remember I read it to you? You mean the thing about how we had to wear the protective suits to enter the pressure chamber? There's another piece of paper in there. It has some kind of drawing on it. You found an instruction manual for the outside of the pressure exchange chamber. Door, you can view it in the archive. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe? What if I took a picture? Would that be okay if I took a picture of it? I certainly believe that that would be okay. And I'm not even asking you. I'm taking a picture of it. There's nothing that you can do to stop me. I assume that it's as simple as that. Let me check the files, though. Cheat with a picture, it's not cheating. You would just write it down with the memo anyway. It just saves some time. Literally not cheating. Red, orange, yellow, green, white, black, outside. Okay. You can't even make those colors. My notes from last time are still covering the screen. That's crazy that you can't make the colors. Red. Orange. Look, see, I'm not cheating. This is how you do it legitimately. Yellow. Yell. Green. White. Black. The handwriting's looking good, right? Out. Hold on. People call this calligraphy. Side. You might not understand it, but I do. Outside. Okay. Now we're good. We've got all the info that we could ever possibly need. Probably just more suits back here, right? Oh, that's the one that I tried to open. It won't open. No keyhole here either. Oh, never mind. It's a different one. I hope Quark's alright. Why would you think of that now? Those lockers just reminded me of him. He loved hiding in them whenever... ever since he was this high. What kind of facility are you in where Quark's having to hide in lockers? Oh, door? Oh, that's where we came in. There's nothing out there. All you're gonna find is a locked chromatic door. You know that, right? Yeah, but what if? You're stopping me for no reason. Okay. 2. 5 is a cylinder. 1 is a rhombus. Another rhombus. 3 is an arrow. Incorrect. Interesting. I have no idea. What am I supposed to do with these 5 symbols? Who knows? Back down it is then? Whoa, wait, that was the upper floor? We're going down? I thought we... Oh, I misunderstood. Nice. Getting on the ground so you can close the door. A barometer. 1.5 atmospheres. Hold on, we'll probably find the answer in here. Now that we've got these on, we can go inside. What the hell? The handle still won't move. Maybe that touchscreen on the door unlocks it? Why would they do that? Security? When you click the yellow guide ring, other rings will appear to other points that you can draw lines to. Click one of these other rings to draw a line connecting the two. Remember, however, that the line should not overlap or cross one another. Oh, red to orange. Oh, oops. Red, orange, yellow, green. Well, let's get red to orange. Red to orange. Yellow to green. Purple just doesn't even matter. White to black. Complete. I don't even know why blue and purple are there. Nice work. We should be able to get this thing open now. What can I say? First try. I can't help it. Q and E to spin around. Tablet. You got Flappy Bird on here. Maybe some Angry Birds. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Hold on. I'm about to draw on my picture on my phone. Mark up. Sorry, you can't see it. 6, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. Easy. Ruining your watching experience? What can I say? Sorry. My fun is more important than your viewing experience. Maybe it's full of electrical circuits and stuff. Forget about that box. Look at that door. Do you notice anything? Like what? This door is welded shut. Looks like it. How are you so nonchalant? That door and the one we came through that let us in here are the only ways out of this room. So even if we did decompress this room, we still couldn't go outside. That's right. This is a dead end. That's what I was trying to tell you. Didn't I say it wasn't going to be easy before we got here? Think about it. There's no way in hell Zero Senior would let us out that easy. Otherwise, what's the point of all of this? I was getting all hopeful. This sucks. Clover, where are you going? I'm going upstairs and taking that stupid thing off. It's not like I need it, right? It's hot and it's uncomfortable. I'm out of here. That's fair. Wait, we didn't even get to look at the... oh, it's just her leaving. Okay, cool. Well, in that case... Oh. What was that noise? I don't know, but I've got a bad feeling about this. I've got a bad feeling about that. You don't need to one-up each other. Oh, Clover's about to kill us. Preparation complete, now beginning decompression. 3, 2, 1. What the fuck? Why did that happen? Hell if I know. Why are you asking me? We need to get out of here now. Come on. I agree. How do we get out? Cut the red wire. This cable is red. Some thick cables. Okay. Some thick cables. All kinds of weird symbols. Got big. Must be difference in pressure. You ever taken an unopened bag of chips to the top of a mountain or something and it gets all puffed up like it's gonna pop? No. Same sort of thing, I guess, but this is just... looks like it might be about to pop. Oh, he's a bomb. That's insane. What the hell are you doing? Who's just going up a mountain? He is. I've been up a mountain before, but not with a bag of chips. It was like for like up a gondola or something. Maybe I should have brought a bag of chips, but maybe that would have been considered like a terroristic threat to bring a bag of chips up to the top of a mountain. Because it's gonna blow up. It's the decompression button. It's not gonna do us any good now. Key. Small key. That should be the pressurization button. Hit it. No way. Insufficient power for repressurization. Please route additional power. Well, that's that, I guess. He does take it pretty nonchalantly. Is there a keyhole? No, there's not. I thought I saw a keyhole. Clover is on the other side of the glass wearing her protective suit. Clover! Clover! You need to yell? These helmets must have a radio. We should have realized that earlier. How else would we have been able to talk to each other without them whenever we put them on? Good point. I guess the excitement of the moment and everything. It looks like you guys are locked in there. I tried to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. So what should I do? Can you look around to see if there's anything useful? You mean over here? Yeah, you can direct Clover by clicking objects on the other side of the glass. I think the barometer hasn't changed. It's showing the pressure on the side 1.5 atmospheres. Doesn't it look like there's something under the machine? I can't believe that they just refused to let me look down because they knew that I would see it. Look under that machine. Yeah, do you see it? It looks like a binder. I see it. Pick it up. Is there anything in it? This is... what is it? There's a piece of paper in here. Piece of paper. It's just like the one I found in the manual. I know it's a little different. The picture's similar, but I guess it's not the same. How do I explain it? There are these color circles, and they're connected to other circles. Just bring it over here and shove it up against the glass. You have found an instruction manual for the inside of the pressure exchange chamber door. You can view it in the archive. Good. This is perfect if we just connect the dots like this. Is it really that perfect? Clover is on the other, sure. Oh, is that all we needed? Hugging her knees. Good. Fetal position is ideal for a situation like this. The door is welded shut. I need a bomb to get through there. Maybe we can just try the code on the door. It won't budge. Just use the panel, remember? Okay, I'll give it a shot. Pressure differential is too great to open the door. Guess we're going to have to equalize the the pressure before we get it open. Red cable coming out of the box. This cable is red. True. Is there anything that... Tablet. Looks like the battery's dead. Okay. Can't do anything with the tablet. Lots of... Maybe you can power up. Oh, he was supposed to explode. I thought he was literally gonna like kill us, but that is not the case. It popped. Don't worry. I think that was the point. See, there was something inside. Is this a doll? Apparently it was inside Zero Jr. There's a Zero Jr. inside a Zero Jr. I guess this is Zero the Third. Cute hat. Examine. This thing's pissing me off. Well, I don't like it either, but we don't really have a choice, do we? If it's here, then it's probably part of one of these puzzles. That damn thing's not gonna help us get out of this room. Just leave it. We can come back to it later. That's crazy. Hates it so much that he doesn't even want to use it. Zero Junior, 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 Junior. You cannot combine these items. Cannot combine these items. It was worth a shot. Maybe we can put him on the the suggested pressure decompression button. No point pushing it. Find a button. We have to lower the pressure first. Maybe. Guess it won't help us get out of here. We should take a closer look at it later. Oh, it's literally just useless for now. Do you think we could break the window with the bench? Are you insane? That window has to stand up to ridiculous pressure differences. We're not going to break it with a bench. It was worth a shot. Part of the seat is torn. That's not important right now. There are mysterious numbers on the bench. I'd like to know what they mean, but I got more pressing concerns. I get it because it's pressure. There's a red cable coming out of the box. Cool. Oh, the blade. Okay, Zero Junior's explosion probably rattled it loose. You come off now. Give me a hand. We finally have something. Okay. The cable is red. Oh, we're connecting things. There's something inside here. There's a yellow and a purple one. Looks like they're part of some kind of machine. Laser emitter. Laser emitter. Okay. More laser emitters. They look just like the other ones we found. One's yellow and one's purple. Okay. So I assume we're trying to just connect it to the far end. I would guess this is probably where you have to. This won't fit. Take a close look at the color of the fitting. The colors don't match. You can't connect it. At least that's my guess. I agree. I assume that we're trying to get the red all the way over. Laser emitted. It's not emitting anything. Let me connect you. Okay, now you're red. Oh, wait, but now none of that's red. So do we have to connect that as well? I'm slightly confused. So instead we have to go this way. Like that. And throw you on like that. But then that just goes up. Can we move these around? Thick cables? No, we cannot. It's obviously not correct. Maybe... because that's not powered. Maybe it will be if you just have a laser. Maybe that's how that works. I'm not sure. It's not how it works. Okay. So then how do you get these to connect? Some thick cables. I agree. They do be looking very, very thick. The cables have quite the... let me stick this on the end and then stick this on the end. Nothing. I don't understand. No, Joe. Sorry, my bad. You have to understand. Surely you understand. Maybe it connects in a different way because this is just the only way to go right now. So that goes up. Maybe it goes somewhere else. Purple cable fitting. I agree. Maybe that's just the correct answer. Maybe we have power now. This is confusing. Hold on. I'm just going to use the keys. Forgive me. I was trying to play one-handed. Power is not up. Okay. Obviously something is horribly wrong. Explosion knocked these loose. So you don't matter. You don't matter. And somehow You have to go from here. Maybe it can go diagonal. Oh, it just can. Okay, that seems against the rules, but apparently it's not. I would never have thought. I feel like the pressure should be to the point now where our brains are basically literally exploding. So it's gonna be this one, I would assume. No, okay. Then it's just that one. No, okay. Then it's that one. No, okay. Well, it needs to go through apparently that. Nope. It does need to go through there, which does place it there, which means that you should have this here, right? But why is that not connecting? Because that doesn't connect there. Because you need the laser to start here, right? Yeah, it doesn't work without the yellow being right there. So... But then that just places it there, that places it there. It's unusable. More lasers? I'm curious. Oh, I only grabbed the one. I'm curious if it'll emit to both. No. Okay. Does not work. I would think that it needs to be a top one, but it doesn't connect. Maybe once you get this one, you can move the other yellow. That's the best guess that I have right now. So like, could I move this? No, I can't. Okay. So it is controlled by both. It can go down into the ground. That's not what I need though. There's no way to connect that. I feel like I need to break that. Maybe just hit it with that. We got a small key. Shove the key in there. No. Maybe scratch the lens so we get wider spread. I'm out of ideas. I feel like I've clicked on basically everything in this room. I need a bomb to get through it. Can't do anything with that. Red cable coming out of the box. True, true, true. There is a red cable coming out of the box. True. I don't know how to make the connection at all. Maybe we got some more junk. There are pieces scattered all over the floor. Knew that he was always hot air. True. Maybe now I can examine him. Take a look at it later. Okay, no. Still useless. Clover, also still useless. Tenmyoujis, incredibly useless. Doing nothing for me. Okay. This is just it. This is just like the only thing that I can work on. This is dead. Let's take a closer look at it later. Welcome, jury. Man, we're in probably the most confusing puzzle that I've seen. Signalis, good luck. What happened? Did something crazy happen? I need to know the connection. Did it get hard or is it wild? Hard or wild? I think you can answer that. That keeps it vague. Vague enough. Both? Oh. Well, I think that's good, right? Because then it's just like more exciting and stuff. Ugh. We're stuck on a Lego stud puzzle. Unfortunately, we're trying to get power so that we can get depressurized. We got lore bits and I can't tell you what happens in terms of gameplay, but I'm excited to see your gameplay. Okay. I assume a boss of some kind. That's the best thing that I can guess. I have no idea. I can't even imagine. The lore bits are exciting, I guess, at least, because the lore in the game has been like consistently good. But the gameplay, What extends beyond just the standard run around and shoot and maybe shoot a guy that's vomiting too much? That can't be there. But it can't be there either. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe I needed to overload. Oh, I see. Never mind, I get it. I understand now. It's a dangerous thing playing in borderless windowed. I could hit end broadcast at any time. Maybe the pressurization system starting up. It should have enough power now. Maybe now we can get out of here. Been stuck at this like red line puzzle for like more time than I would like to admit. We're currently teamed up with Tenmyoujis again and Clover again. I know you watched the VOD, so I don't know if you want to hear what Tenmyoujis did. So I can either tell you or not tell you, depending on what you would prefer. There's an input panel on the door, but it won't. Oh, true. I have to hit the thing. I forgot to hit the button. I'll catch up on the VOD. Okay, I'll keep it vague then. I wasn't sure if you wanted the explanation or not. Gonna see if there's a night sky to see. Oh, let me know if that looks good. Or like send pictures of it. The Aurora Borealis. I wish that I could see that. I can look out my window, but it's probably nothing. People were coping about the very low chance. It's so funny because whenever you're a news station, you're a weather station somewhere, you're the local station, you have to report on everything, which means that you're talking about the Aurora Borealis that's happening in like the North US and the UK and like various places around the globe. I'm sure Greenland, Iceland have it. Probably other parts of Europe have it. But that's going on, and so this poor station in North Texas drops an article that's like, oh, Aurora Borealis in this part of North Texas, and you look into it and you read the article, and instead of anything worthwhile, it's just like there's a chance. It's like the most like copium fueled article I think I've ever read. It's like there's a small chance, but at least it's still a chance. If the solar rays get extreme enough, maybe if they're strong enough to cook us alive, we'll be able to see it. My skin would be burnt off and I would have like 6th degree terminal cancer, but like we'd be able to see the sky be a little pink for a little bit. Wouldn't that be so cool? That's what we have to hope for. Some old lady's GPS is gonna go off and the local Tesla is gonna get flung off the road. It's cloudy as heck. Oh, that's so sad. I was hoping that it would maybe clear up for y'all by now. Oh, that sucks. I feel like both times y'all East Coasters have been like screwed over on the solar events, because total eclipse, wasn't it just like cloudy on the East Coast as well? So it's cloudy on the East Coast, total eclipse. It's cloudy now whenever the sky is like this beautiful pink and blue and it's spread across the sky. You did see the partial eclipse. Okay. Yeah, because it wasn't on the full thing. At the apex of it, it was cloudy. Were you... Oh, that's horrible. The frowny face is justified, beyond justified. You're going 2 for 2. These are 2 like life-changing. Oh, you only see them a few times in your life. You're not gonna be able to see a total eclipse or the Aurora Borealis from your home until like 2040. You know, that's like so hard to like visualize. That's like another like 2 decades, literally. That's just what that is. And the sky just decided that it was going to have it all covered up for the remainder of your time. Holding out though, because Ginja saw his around 12-ish time. Give it a couple hours. Really wanted to wake up your parents for it. That's fair. It would be exciting. It would be worth waking up for. Probably more exciting than like other things that you could be woken up for. I think it would be fun to be like, especially on the parents' side, where it's like, oh, I'm sleeping and then I'm going to wake up and the sky's going to be like the most gorgeous that I've ever seen it. Maybe not ever, because, you know, it can look pretty great just normally if you're outside without lights. But that definitely competes. Probably ever, actually. Because people talk about it and you see like the waves in the sky and it's just like making stuff up. surprised this went under the radar. Only found about it literally today. I only found out about it because you sent something about it. I would have seen the article from my local news station eventually, so I would have learned about it, but like I did not hear about it until today either. Maybe it just got overshadowed by the total eclipse, which is kind of funny because that's literally just like what an eclipse does. So maybe it did that to the Aurora Borealis or solar storm, right? Because I read a little bit about it. It was set to like a high solar storm, which would not have made this happen, I believe. And then it switched over to an extreme, which made it happen. So maybe like that switch was only recently like figured out. And maybe that's why like literally everybody's just now finding out about it today kind of thing. Because it wasn't meant to be like an extreme solar storm at first. It was just supposed to be a high one. But now it's to the point where it can throw off GPSs, it can kill radios kind of thing, which is exciting. But it cannot ruin anybody's Super Mario 64 run, that's a myth. Or save it. After this puzzle, I'm going to call it for sure because my ear is kind of feeling it. I feel like I've been yelling too much. The needle's back to normal, thank goodness. Looks like we did it. Okay, now we can charge our tablet. We get locked in with the code. Hold on. We're coding. We're coding like Steve Minecraft in the How to Code course for junior high students learning to say hello world. Except their world's all blocky. We've restored the pressure. We should be able to use the panel now. I agree. We should be able to use the I've already used it. Memo, not memo. That's not the one we want. Arc. White to purple, yellow to pink, blue to green. White to purple, yellow to pink, blue to green. So this is gonna have to be the outside track. Blue will need to come around that way. Blue can come through. We try. We're gonna get blue to green first, because that's the easiest one. And then it was white to purple, which should be this way. Oops. I was hoping to just like back up. I didn't want a full retry kind of thing. This one's trickier than the other one. Was it? It was blue to green, right? Blue to green, yeah. Blue to green. And then white to purple. White to purple. Yellow. So that's gonna need to come up through here. Okay, no, that's just like that's where it goes kind of thing. We can try that one being in the way is kind of annoying. Let's just get this straight too. And then can you just like pass through? No. Okay. White to purple. So if we get white to purple, maybe we can get it from under, like all the way around. Blue. No, blue needs this path because it needs to go through there. Because this either goes through here, or it goes above and then goes down. Because if it goes above, maybe like this. Because then, no, because then purple's inaccessible. Blue to purple should probably go. Oh no, it's blue to green. It's white to purple. Maybe like this. And then yellow to green. No, yellow to. What is it? Yellow to pink, white to purple. Blue to green. Yellow to pink. So from here, yellow would have to go around and in here, which is a problem because then blue can't get through. Blue's too wide and inconvenient. Yellow to green. Maybe that should be the focus. Go this way. No, because then that blocks off purple, which white needs to get to. White can get through purple either through this block or this block. Which means that green is more accessible. Because if you go around, maybe like all the way around, because yellow, no, because then you'd be blocking off every single pathway. And it's blue to green, but that would be blocking the path to blue. Unless, can they like go through a spot that's like that? No. Okay. Yellow to pink. Try it like that. White to purple. Green. Green. And then there's nowhere to go. I wonder if it'd be easier to draw. I think it'd be easier to draw. Let's clear. Okay. So we have blue. Blue needs to get to green. It's 2 pathways. I wish I could get rid of the UI down here. 2 pathways. Go either here to there, or that's blocked off. It can't make it that way. It can go like this to there, like this to there, like this to there. White to purple can go like that to there, this to there, this to there. Yellow to pink can go from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to either direction, and then in here to any direction. So where do we want to start? So let's say that we are pink. We can go, the instinct would be to go from here to here, but that doesn't work. So here to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. No, isn't that the same effect though? Because white has to get to purple, which it can do from the back door. But then if you take the back door, it blocks off. It would have to go this way. No. No, it wouldn't. Well, it would, but it'd have to be able to somehow get to purple. So you'd have to go all the way around. You have to go all the way around with blue so that or you'd have to go all the way around with white so that blue could still access green. It's wild to look at. I agree. It's kind of frying my brain. This is probably the hardest puzzle that I've seen so far. It might very well just be the case that I'm overthinking it, but I don't know if I am. I think it might just be like this tough. So we take white this way, over, over, in, all the way over, 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 in, over. I think that blocks all of yellow's entrances though. And yellow needs to get to pink. Yeah, yellow wouldn't be able to access anything because you'd be going down this way. And that's the only other exit that yellow has. So definitely not that. Most of the choices that I have cut in on each other. What if? That was hopeful. So I guess we can try the long way here. That completely blocks off access to you. Let's try it like that. But if you could like get in, no, because then that blocks off access. That would also block off access. Okay, the color like changes stuff. That makes is green unaccessible this way. No. But what did I just link? I linked the wrong. No, I didn't. Okay. You can try it like that. Green to blue, purple to white. Okay. Oh, that's a start. This is probably the closest that I've been. Try that again. I feel like there's no reason to go above like that. You're just cutting off points for no reason. Purple to white. Blue. Blue needs to be able to access. Purple to white. Oh, there it is. I feel like I overthought that. I didn't see that last connection. We did it. It's done. Looks like it. I'm opening now. Now we can charge our tablet and play Subway Surfer. Welcome back. I'm glad you're okay. Thanks to you, Clover. We would have been toast without you. Thanks. Thanks for like leaving the room earlier. Okay. Well, we're out now, and we have a little guy. Tenmyoujis does not seem to like him, but that's okay. Says the pressure in here is 1.5 atmosphere. I was kind of curious if we could know what the pressure was out there. Oh, I forgot about this. We know what to do here now. Hold on. Okay, so 2 is a cylinder. 5 is triangles kissing. 1 star. Another star. 3 triangles away from each other. They hate each other. Confirm. Key. It's the key to existence, to life. Small key. We have 2 of these now. We're collecting them like lockpicks. Go up. We're flying. That must be what the people that invented the elevator felt like. Maybe their intelligence too. They're sitting there with a little pulley rope going up to the top. Just cleaning windows. I mean, we unlocked the door to the decompression chamber, right? No point keeping the damn things on now. Off they go. No more lethal company. Feels much better. You're drenched in sweat. You're not thinking creepy stuff, are you? It's Sigma? Of course not. Just put them back in the locker. You better not like smell mine or something, Sigma. It's just in character. I'm offended you would even suggest such a thing. Sigma's immediately going over there. He can't help it. I thought we were getting more dialogue, but nothing came. Maybe Sigma did? Turn to the... I guess we have a bunch of... Oh, we can charge our tablet with the USB cable. Let's just connect these. This was me charging my phone so that I could wake up for work on time. Inspecting the protective suit. System still operating in diagnostic mode. Full range of scan is not possible. So small suits must be used for calibration. Please place the child-sized protective suit in a standing position in the designated location. Touch the screen to begin inspection. Hello, Zero Junior doll. It is time for inspection. So I should stand up that suit and put it here. Oh. I just like thought, where's the child-sized suit? Was it the one that was in the junk locker? Those lockers have no locks. None of the lockers have locks. Was it upstairs? If it's upstairs, that's kind of like stupid because now I have to. Oh, wait. I got 2 keys. Oh wait, the lockers are upstairs that have locks. Or downstairs. Sorry, we're upstairs. It's just a little hard to remember like what. Why? I didn't say get out. Go down. You have to click on the up arrow. If you click on the down arrow, Sigma leaves. And I'm not talking about this down arrow. I'm talking about the actual one. Let me open the cage. We got the key doesn't fit. Why don't you try the locker next to that one? So true. Why don't they just make it interchangeable? Oh, well, I guess you do get them from like different puzzles. Maybe I should have noticed that like earlier. This is a protective suit. Maybe it's so small and cute. Maybe it's for a kid. Small protective suit. There's something in here. This is a journal. Looks like it's blank, not much. There's a slip of paper in here. Found a piece of paper with shapes. Oh, you could go easy mode. Tell me how to play the game, tenmyoujis. Paper with a colorful picture. Oh man, it's psychotic. The crop circles that the aliens are drawn, you have to interpret these. We are... No. Because there's both cyan and blue. C. R. B. Yellow. P. Purple. Pink. I can't tell. Black. C. G. Black. B. Y. C. G. Black. Purple, pink. Y. It has been decreed. Backing out. Going straight to the upstairs. I forget. Yeah, upstairs. Clicking on the up arrow makes you go up this time. Well, I mean, you would assume normally, but since the down arrow doesn't make you go down, I thought it was worth pointing out. I apologize if it wasn't though. Let me put my dear friend in the suit. Zero Junior in the suit. There he is. 8. He's not 8. He's 0. Oh, I bet that one's for Quark. Just in case Quark came in here. It would have had the, Never mind, that's too small for Quark. That's not gonna... It's gonna fit an infant. 8 means 8 months old. The pattern on the displays is the same as the pattern on the stomach of the stuffed animal wearing the protective suit. Click it to scan the pattern so the device can read the colors in the pattern. Once you have that, enter the 3 numbers on the right side of the screen and press check. Let's give this a shot. What am I looking at? Oh. This is... Okay. Different patterns. So, we're trying to... How do I do this? So... Oh wait, we got our memo. This was 1, 2, and 3, I believe. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. C, R, B, Y, P... What does it mean? So many letters, yeah. C, R, B, C, R, B, P, C, R, B, P, B, L, C, R, B, Y, P, B, L, C, R, B, C, R, B, Y, P, black. Okay. So 1 maybe? What do the numbers mean though? Because maybe 5? Maybe it's a middle point? So like 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe this is 4. I need it to retell me the instructions. Oh, hold on. I was clicking and I didn't get to read the first. The pattern on the display is the same as the pattern on the stomach of the stuffed animal wearing the protective suit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, that's green and purple. Click it to scan the pattern so the device can read the colors in the pattern. Once you have that, enter 3 numbers on the right side of the screen. Is it because we know that this does just like connect? It goes, oh, 6. It's shapes. I understand now. Okay, so 2 is cyan, green, black, blue. Cyan, green, black, blue. What does that look like? 2? 7? 7. Cyan, green, black, pink, yellow. Cyan, green, black, pink, yellow. 3. No? Okay. That was a 2. Okay, sure. I just forgot to write a letter down, probably. Good job! You deserve a pat on the back. Don't patronize me. You didn't even go to smell the suit, Sigma. Congratulations. I'm proud of you, buddy. A little bit of restraint goes a long way. Looks just like the passwords I found in the AB room in the infirmary. Saw to open that safe. I agree. No idea how you would get the blue. Maybe if you type in the other numbers that are available, but I do not care. This is a safe. It's just like the ones, yep, just like the ones we saw. Arc, safe archives. Oh wait, we did that one. Safe peck. Sun, star, star in the L formation. I'm sure there's probably some kind of bird that flies like that. Maybe that's what it's gonna look like if you step outside and see the Aurora Borealis, except like minus the sun. Just imagine that as maybe a slightly brighter star, like the point of the Big Dipper, the North Star. It opened. Good job. Frown, frowny face. That's gonna be the defining face for the next like 6 hours. At what point do you give up? Like, does it last until like 3 a.m? You like just keep trying, like stepping outside every hour, seeing that there's clouds in the sky and going, dreaming that you're in like the UK right now? I'll take everything out, just be patient. Let's see. First off, a map. It says floor B. The one we found in the infirmary said floor A, so that means floor A must be the top floor. I mean, we took an elevator down to get here, seems like it. Keep going. There's more in there. It's been seen from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. So you have opportunities then. Surely the clouds will give some opportunity by 2 a.m. It's 10:30 p.m. right now. That's true. You are just like an hour ahead. Maybe it'd be quicker to drive somewhere else to see it. You can go backwards in time if you make it far enough. Your own form of time travel. This looks like key cards. They've got moons on them. It means these must be the moon keys the announcer was talking about. Unfortunately, the moon isn't visible to some of us due to clouds. Not trying to name names though. There's 2 of them, just like the sun key. You take one, Tenmyoji. You're a solo. Clover and I only need 1. Alright, thanks. Got a couple more things. What's this? Flashcard. Feel like I've seen something like that before, but where? I wonder what's on it. Unless we can find something to stick it into, we won't be finding out anytime soon. Oh, the TV in the infirmary. We can figure that out later. For now, we'll just take it with us. All we've got left is the key. Watch which direction the clouds are coming in from, then go that direction until you get past them. True. Just like run really quick, Jerry. You'll make it. We should be able to get that door open now. Come on, there's no time to waste. Let's move. Let us move. Unlock. Let's go! Yeah, getting hyped up and like screaming at the thought of opening any door. Sigma's probably leaving this warehouse with PTSD, going to the bathroom at 2 a.m., married with a wife and kids. It's open! And then you just hear the piss stream. Memento Mori, if the ninth lion. Is this another warehouse?
On the last floor.
There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
Let's go! And then slowly makes it back to bed. But it's rusted over. I don't think it's opening anytime soon.
No lever to open it anyway. I can see.
Well, shoot, we couldn't possibly open that with our bare hands.
How much do you think that thing weighs?
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
Funny, because you can't pick up the truck despite the name.
I want to know what those are.
Doors?
Those white doors?
The chromatic doors?
Look,
True, they are.
one of those
I've already
things that
been through
says-
this with Alice before.
Just like the ones next to the other chromatic doors.
So you're saying all the chromatic doors for the next round are white?
They were different colors before, but
Guess
Now
things
they're
have
all the
changed
same
since
colors.
then.
We're all on the same team now. It's representative of the mindset that we should have going into any difficulties. There's no reason to deny ourselves human communication as we try to solve our issues. But as things have progressed, we go further and further into the solo. Should I use DVR to watch the start of the stream? It's there. I mean, the start of the stream is there. It's up to you. I mean, you can decide on that. It's like an option. It's the choose your own adventure. Getting FOMO with no context right now. The first half, I think, was pretty solid. So, either or. We're just about to probably wrap up here soon anyway. So either or, you'll be getting the end experience.
45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
But I kind of do want to like
the other teams
get the
opened it
ambidex
early.
started before starting.
That for?
What in the hell?
Started back yet?
What in the hell did they do that for?
Never mind, White. We just need to
Maybe
get back out
tenmyoujis
there
is
and find
Texan? I understand the Japanese name,
Worried
but
about
like, what
that.
if?
We need to hook up with Alice and Kay. The sooner the better.
Let's
Got
go.
it. Rushing all the way back up. I might do the same thing where I do the ambidex game and then just like leave without seeing the result. What if we just become like cliffhanger build for the rest of time? Anytime that I'm about to die on stream, I pause the game in stream and then like leave the game open for a week. I think that would be a good way to run things, to operate things. Slowly making the way through. It's crazy. People work in like 70-story buildings. Are the elevator rides like there have to be like miserable, right? How fast can an elevator get? You're probably actually standing there for at least like 5 minutes, right? If you need to work at like near the top floor. What about people that live in like 15-story apartments? And they're like, oh, I just have to get up to floor 10 to my room. We returned to the floor A warehouse to find only 2 people waiting for us. Slowly, like, sitting in the elevator with a love seat. You need the seat because your legs would be weary by the time you got to the 73rd floor. Who'd gone through the red door? You're just moving in. And Dio, who'd gone through the green door?
Where's Quark?
We took him to the infirmary. At the moment, Alice, Phi, and Luna are looking after him.
Then why'd you open?
Right.
I don't know if I would describe him as alright,
Man,
but apparently his condition has not
good point,
worsened,
Kay.
if that's what you mean.
You got him
He
good.
is still resting.
Make sure you correct the grieving old man about how okay somebody is.
Good. I'm going to the infirmary.
Tenmyoji, please, wait!
And Myoji ignored Kay and took off at a run through the yellow door. Is that just him, or am I going to? This is awkward.
Oh dear, he's gone. There was something I needed to tell him.
Well, it's not like it matters. The girls will just tell him when he gets there. He ought to calm down.
Is he
he's a
dead?
kid.
Clover and I looked at one another, eyebrows raised.
What are they going to tell him?
Well, you see...
I mean, that would be a worsened condition, in my opinion. What?
You found virus medicine in the laboratory?
Yes. Unfortunately, we found only a single vial.
That's great. Unfortunately, Alice...
So it would seem.
Well, I guess we should head over to the infirmary. Come on, let's go. Kay and Dio are scheming. Maybe Dio's the only one scheming, but like, and Kay's just getting dragged along. I guess he would be the type to get kind of like influenced in an unfortunate situation. He does seem a little awkward, but maybe that's just because of the armor making him awkward, and maybe I would be a little more awkward and influenceable if I were an amnesiac too. It's just a little bit hard to judge. Might take some time for him to recover fully, but the worst is over. Luna's voice was quiet as she stepped back from Quark. He held an injection gun with an empty vial. I thought Alice getting it was like inevitable. So it's just not. Because she did not get it this time, it's only Quark. Delicately, she placed it back in the cabinet. Quark had been laid out on a crude cot and was still sound asleep. His breathing was even and his expression was peaceful. He looked like any other child sleeping soundly after a long day. True. Can't skip this. I feel like I've read this before. Any trace of the insanity he'd shown earlier was nowhere to be found.
Is he really going to be okay?
Looks like it.
Yes.
He's got the super medicine, the radical meds.
Confirmed that it was definitely Excelivir.
Excelivir.
Now that I've administered it.
The Excelivir
Sounds so sinister. It's like Excalibur, but like inverted, kinda.
Yes, that should be the case.
Like instead of pulling it out of the rock, you put it in the rock, and then the world ends.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, what a relief.
It's like a kill switch, but in sword form.
Sketchy there for a while. That's
but I guess in this case it would be an injection form. Like it definitely comes with some goofy side effects for sure. Maybe he becomes like a Fallout ghoul. I felt some of the tension disappear from my shoulders, and I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. We weren't out of the woods yet, but at least Quark was safe. Ooh. Tenmyoujis let out a long, shaky sigh and lowered himself onto one of the empty beds. He rubbed his hands wearily across his face, and I thought I saw the glint of tears.
You and Kay, I don't know what to say other than thanks. You saved his life. I don't know the words to tell you how much that means to me.
Oh, please.
You're making me blush, doing the little shy fingers. I only I didn't do that much.
It was nothing, really. We just happened to be the ones who went through the red door.
It was nothing.
He's not in here.
Dio wouldn't have done it. That's all I know.
He's still in the warehouse.
Good call, Alice.
Dio and Kay stayed behind.
They went there to wait for you guys while we came back here. We
True.
figured someone should explain what was going on so you wouldn't come back to an empty warehouse.
Maybe that was just a way to get everybody like together this time instead of something sinister.
Not both of them. There was only one door open.
So Dio.
Well, we should get back and tell them how Quark's doing. Kay
Dio
will want to
voted
know
betray
things.
for sure. I nodded and headed back toward the other side of the room. So somebody's like dying. Like definitely dying. I was nearly there when Tenmyoujis suddenly spoke.
That's right. You know that memory card we found?
Yeah. Put it in the TV.
Yeah. I think I know how we can take a look at what's on it. What? You don't remember? There was a memory card just like
Yeah.
used to solve
Come on,
the
Sigma.
puzzles.
You were literally here. That's fun that he does like remember that this is the route that we're on and we were with him the whole time. I know that sounds like really stupid, but with all the splintering paths and stuff, you kind of forget that there are just those linkages. There it is. Well, I mean, technically this is like a straight line into a straight line, but it still feels impressive, so I feel like maybe we should give it the respect it deserves. I mean, you're not the one not giving it the respect, it was kind of like me, but I'm sorry. I selected the card into the slot next to the screen. No sooner had I done so than an image of a waveform popped up on the screen.
Is there an audio file on here?
You know, these 98.
Why don't we turn up the volume a bit?
Oh, we're about to get some lore. Luna tapped a few things on the screen and a bar began to move across the screen. Before long, a voice drifted out of the speakers.
This is Control. How's it going over there?
Pretty good.
Bet you missed the sound of my voice, huh? Well,
Definitely.
To be honest, it's getting pretty lonely over here too. Feeling kind of like howling at the moon, lone wolf style.
Crazy. Crazy thing to say to somebody.
Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. The old girl is beautiful. Never
The
seen
old
a
lady
moon
that's
this full.
dead? Oh, the moon? That makes sense.
Tonight's that
He's looking at the Aurora Borealis.
What a way to end 2028.
Oh, eclipse. True. Never mind. He's looking at the totality.
This amazing
Couldn't you, like, estimate where this takes place then?
wasn't so beautiful. It'd be kind of
If it's, like, in 2028? Because obviously it's not in America because our eclipse was 2024. And, like, they know when those things are happening ahead of time.
wish you guys could see it too, but
Blood
sorry,
moon.
forgot. You're supposed to be on Mars, aren't you?
Mars?
So, how are Phobos and Deimos looking right now?
Are we in space?
Sure, hope I'll get to look up at them.
That can't be true at all. There's no way.
Hey, something wrong? Talk to me, guys.
Talk to me.
You gonna play hard to get because we haven't talked in so long?
Bro, you're talking to
Enough
yourself.
jokes, all right? Knock it off.
The oxygen supply ran low. We are Matt Damon trying to make potatoes.
Is there something wrong with the radio? You're saying everything's green?
Everything's green.
What the hell's going on here? Why aren't they responding?
Just nap time right now.
Feeds online. Look, you can see all 9 of them. 3 at each table.
Oh?
What? Someone hacked our feed? What do you mean this isn't live? An old clip. on
9
the
of
feed.
them all recorded.
Who would do that? What in the hell
So,
is happening
nonary
here?
game?
This is Control. I repeat.
Maybe the
This is
previous
Control.
nonaries?
Please come in. I'm
South
asking you to
America,
respond.
Europe, or Africa? Oh, I wonder then. I don't know.
This is.
Oh, thank God. You really had me worried there.
Thank you for Googling.
What happened?
6 of us are dead.
Oh, that's awkward.
What?
Counting myself, there are only 3 left.
How? Why are...
They were killed.
By whom? Oh!
I guess you could say I killed
Oh, even more awkward. Yeah, maybe you could have, like, hid that.
No, that's not quite right. Not just them.
How many could you have possibly killed? You're on Mars.
All of them. All 6 billion. Soon, I will have killed
On Earth?
6.
Oh, radical 6 billion casualties. That's a pretty radical number.
Are you there? Respond! Damn it. This is Control. I repeat, this is
6
Control. We have
billion.
an emergency situation.
Maybe Mars is just overpopulated.
We have an unconfirmed report of
Surely.
6 deceased test subjects.
And 6 billion.
Deploy rescue and escort teams to the test site immediately. Shit. What the hell happened in there?
I guess, like, radical 6 just makes you want to, like, krill yourself real bad.
Yes.
Is that it?
What on earth was that?
Oh, maybe the sign of the end of the world, as we know it. I got only frowns and shaken heads in response. Only one person showed a reaction other than stunned confusion. Tenmyoujis, looking awful thoughtful. Long after the audio ended, he stared at the screen deep in thought.
Do you know something, Tenmyoujis?
Yeah, I think I know what that was.
Why would
Probably
you?
a transmission from the Mars mission test site.
Mars?
So they do just have people on space, or on Mars.
I'm sorry, what? You mean some kind
And he
of
doesn't mean
space
Nevada,
travel?
where it looks kind of like
What
Mars.
kind of test site was it?
Did you know that the government is developing spaceships with particle annihilation engines?
I did
These
not.
ships would be able to get humans to Mars a lot faster than old chemical rockets. But they don't want to just send a manned Mars mission off.
What happened to the
half-cocked.
Titanic? Can we go back to the
That was
Titanic?
idea behind this test. They built a whole complex.
What
in
a
this old Air Force
development.
base in Nevada.
They built.
The idea
Oh,
was It
true.
would be a simulation of a manned mission to Mars with a crew of 9 men and women. They'd monitor the whole thing and use that data to plan.
That's
the real
similar.
mission.
Oh, is that where the first nonary game took place? That we just listened to as a transmission from that project?
Why is something like that here?
Don't know why. We found it in the safe. No explanation. Dollars to donuts. It's got something to do with Zero's plan.
I guess that's a good guess.
I mean, we were meant to hear what was
I would
on
suppose.
That card.
Yeah.
All very interesting. But how
It was just in his
exactly do you
pocket and it
know
fell
about
in
all
whenever he
this?
was setting everything up.
Oh, about the simulated Mars mission?
Yes.
I was involved with the project.
Involved? Oh, he's government.
The intent was to create as accurate a simulation as possible. That meant we'd need to simulate the radio silence we'd experienced during conjunction.
Alright.
What's a conjunction?
It means two things in space are close to each other. In this case, we're talking about a superior conjunction, where Mars and Earth are on the exact
Here's where the
opposite sides of
scientific
sun.
fun facts part of the game comes in.
So unless we've got some sort of relay, there'll be a period of time where
Conjunction,
we won't be able to
and,
communicate with each
or,
other.
but.
What we heard on that card was when the simulated
Congratulations, we're
conjunction
learning
scheduled to
grammar.
end.
Any Schoolhouse Rock enjoyers?
No, we don't know that. They could have died long before that conversation. All we know is that's when it was discovered.
So 6 of the test subjects died, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's something about how she didn't just kill 6 people, she said 6 billion. What the heck did she mean by that?
What the hell happened there?
What's going on in Mars? Tenmyoujis frowned and looked down at the floor. We were all silent as he paced slowly back and forth across the room. Last he stopped, raised his head, and spoke.
The truth is that there's a chance a virus escaped from the test site.
It's awkward.
Virus?
Radical 6, maybe?
You don't mean...
Yeah. Radical 6.
Ah!
What? How can that be?
I'm just telling you what I know, okay? Nobody's sure how Radical 6 got in there in the first place, but one of the
It was
subjects might have been
created.
infected when they entered. Or the virus itself might have been an intentional part of the simulation.
Maybe she had Radical
The
6,
test
and that's
site
why she
test
was like, I
became
killed
index
6
case
billion?
for the Pandemic. Anyway, prevailing
What is
winds
that?
says it
Maybe
got
it's
out quickly.
safer in the
Once
warehouse.
it was out, it spread pretty quick.
And it killed 6 billion people?
No, not directly. Best numbers put only a third or so of those deaths as directly caused by Radical 6. The other 4 billion died from the collapse
Wait,
caused by the deaths of that first third.
Am I missing something?
The whole world just fell apart.
Prevailing wisdom. The planet. We're talking about a whole planet here? And nobody knew about this? Prevailing wisdom says it got out somewhere. And once it was out, it spread pretty quick all across the planet, killed 6 billion people. Not directly. The collapse caused by the depths of that first third, the whole world just fell apart. But we were just in the world. We were just in the world. Oof. That's one way to put it. Oh, 6 billion people died in the world falling apart? Can we get an oof? Oof? Everyone for gore? I suppose so. That or they're just not bringing something up to me. Well, damn, I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start, knowing where to start. Well, no, take that back. Explain the date. As I heard this wrong, the day the Radical 6 got out was December 31st, 2028. But the day I got grabbed by the guy in the gas mask was December 25th, 2028.
Two.
Oh, no,
Christmas Day.
it is just crazy time travel stuff still, don't worry.
I was kidnapped on Christmas, too.
Clover and I were taken 3 days earlier, on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Then you see what I'm saying, right? That recording was made close to a week after we were all picked up. What the hell is going on here? That thing is from the future.
10 minutes remain. All
Oh, okay, we're going to, like, do this.
is recorded before.
We're out of time. We need to go back to the warehouse.
Wait, you haven't answered. Don't
More
care.
than 10 minutes to explain everything. Half-assing it is just going to make you more confused. Now get moving.
That's reasonable.
That's enough.
But
Shut your damn hole or I'm picking with Trey.
Hey, come on now.
Fine. Do what you want. But I'd like to see
Shut up.
He seems to be doing it.
I'll stay here with them. If I can do the voting for our pair, I can trust her.
I don't know about that one, Luna.
Is that all right with
Well,
you?
I guess she hasn't wronged you in a different universe, so
sure.
maybe you can. I feel like I went through, like, the last room first. Like, so much of this was lost, this context.
Thanks, Luna.
And instead I got, like, Phi and Sigma hugging and, like, blowing up and then, like, betraying each other and stuff. It's weird. I feel like I'm getting so much more here, but maybe I'd get less if I chose this first. I have no idea. Tenmyoujis gave her one last nod, then turned and dashed out of the infirmary. That's that, I guess. We should probably be going
We'll
to.
just have to wait to hear the rest of what he has to say later.
I'd rather just get it all out in the open now, but there's not much we can do.
True.
Let's get going then.
Okay, voting time. We return to the warehouse to find only K. I explained what had happened with Quark, then glanced around the room. Where's
He has gone
Dio?
into his AB room.
Already?
Indeed.
Indeed.
He opened the first AB gate, right?
Of course.
Of course, true. I hate that guy.
This is bad. I won't be able to talk with him. This is going to limit my choices.
You've only got one BP left, don't you?
You have to betray.
Luna's the same.
Like, actually have to betray.
Vi chooses ally, and Dio picks betray.
Phi and Luna will be penalized.
Or literally
I don't have a
die.
choice. I'll have to pick betray. The risk with ally is just too high.
Don't you have one
That's
BP
right.
too?
But Kay and I will be playing against Quark.
And he'll just default to ally. I
True.
guess you don't need to worry about getting penalized.
But what if Alice and Kay choose betray?
You needn't worry. That will not happen. Even though, as you have told me, Quark is recovering, he is still weak. Moreover, he is only a child.
Kay has a conscience. I can't believe it.
Child would be.
Yeah, that would be unthinkable.
Alice has one too?
Even
Unbelievable.
if you ignore his age or condition.
All ice? I thought she didn't have emotions like that. So you'll vote to ally?
Of course.
Well then, shall we go?
Yes.
And then me and Clover we're going ally too. So this is like going to be the first mostly friendly game. And I guarantee you, for whatever reason, Dio allies. Maybe knowing that Phi has to choose betray, hoping to get on everybody's good side. Without saying anything, Phi turned and walked into the room, just left it theirs. That left only myself, Clover, and Tenmyoji.
Do you remember what you said to me when you chose the blue door? Something about how you'd convince me to choose ally?
Yep.
Seems like now would be the time to let me know how you're going to convince me.
True. Well, it's not that complicated. I promise that Clover and I will vote ally. That's it. Pretty much.
I see.
You got a real mouth on you,
BP.
Sigma. You figure I'll believe you because you only got one
Once you've told me
BP.
that you plan to ally, I won't be able to choose betray.
That's right.
Since if you're telling the truth,
You'll kill me. That's awkward.
not a bad plan, but it assumes that I've taken killing you off the table. Seems like a
You're not that kind of guy, Tenmyoji. I know you. I disagree. Clover's BP is 6. If you ally and we betray, then she'd have enough points to escape, right? She could run off through the number 9 door as soon as this round is over.
Never.
It's easy for you to say, but think about it from my perspective. Sure, you might not, but you also might. If I guess wrong, that's a pretty big loss for me.
Well, what if Clover tries to seduce you to get what she wants?
Seduce you. It would work on Sigma.
Huh?
That's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that once you two are in that room, Clover might try and make some sort of bargain with you. I'm
True.
asking what you're going to do if that happens.
Say, nuh-uh.
Are you sure you'll still choose ally?
Sigma would crumble. Seduce me, huh?
What are you staring at, you perv? There's no way on earth I'd do anything like that. Ugh. As if. In your dreams, creep.
He is dreaming. He's seeing it actively. Daydreaming. Not gonna lie though, I'm a little disappointed.
So I can trust you. You're gonna choose ally.
Oh, I get it. Yeah,
You can trust us.
Promise.
of course.
We promise.
All right. I guess I'll vote ally too then.
I really like Tenmyoji. I really like Tenmyoji. I think he's a cool character.
Remain until
Like, actually probably like my favorite.
Well, looks like we don't have much time left.
Another split in the story. True. I'm trusting you too. Tenmyoji gave us a curt nod, then turned and strode into the second AB room from the left. Some of the choices, the word choice, it does feel like, let me think of, he walked to the door, let me grab a thesaurus. Let's get to it. He strode. He loomed into the door. He quickened his pace and entered the door. He assumed his position inside the AB room. Start! It would be crazy to betray right now. Like, actually insane. Psychotic.
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
What's up?
You pick betray?
That is insane.
I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you, but you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the
Immediately.
ground and that'd be
Itchy
it.
is trying the seducing. Immediately.
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh,
Tisk tisk tisk.
I'd be happy to, pay you back.
Oh.
Just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Get your sister out of here. True. Oh yeah, it was Snake and Clover that were sisters.
Yeah?
Or no, wait, Clover was with. Yeah. Snake. Snake's blowed up. Snake. Wait, no, Snake's not blowed up. He's good in real life. Oh, I'm forgetting all the things. Sorry, my timelines are getting mixed up. I'm sure you understand.
So think carefully, okay?
I'm thinking real carefully.
You're trusting him with your life.
I think I'd rather trust him than you right now. I feel like I'd go with the old man wisdom versus the ho sister arc. Immediate. There wasn't even a break. The door closed and you're like, Snake just wore evil clothes at the end. He did have the creepy cult clothes.
You can trust that old fox.
I'm certain. That's not very nice.
Is to pick betray.
But if he chooses ally.
I'll have 9 BP, but you don't need to worry about that.
Oh yeah, convincing.
Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself. I mean,
You take me with you?
have 9 points yet, and I can't.
And y'all are best friends forever?
Please, will you pick
Pretty please. Clover cringe. True. She's gone further into the cringe than I expected. I thought she would actually just play nice, to be honest, because I kind of like respected Clover in 999, so the character assassination that she's done on herself has been a little heartbreaking. The voting machine was in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Tenmyoji and pick ally, or would I betray him for Clover and It's insane. They're showing this to me again.
anything you say.
Didn't she betray because it was the most obvious decision that she did? Yes. Yes. In the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Can you imagine if it picked for me? Ally! Sorry, Clover. It's not happening. Vote has been recorded.
Round 2 of the
Ambidex game
has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Can't wait.
Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates.
It'd be so funny if Sigma stopped you from picking ally. Yeah. It's like at the beginning of the Pokemon game, whenever the professor asks if you want a Pokédex and you say no, and they're like, are you sure you don't want the Pokédex? And you say, yes, I don't want the Pokédex. Are you sure you don't want the Pokédex? Yes, I don't want the Pokédex. Are you sure you don't want the Pokédex? And it does that forever. Except this time it's like, are you sure you don't want to see Clover Booba? Yes, I'm sure I don't want to see Clover Booba. Are you sure you don't want to see Clover Booba? Yes, I'm sure I don't want to see Clover Booba. I want to side with the old man. Okay, well,
Results from round 2 of the
should I let this play out and show whether he betrayed or allied, or should I just save it for next time? I'll let this be decided. It'd be so funny. Oh, true, I already read that. I'll let you decide. End here or see the ally betray and then end. I'm taking either ors. Let us see who betrays or not. It's just that, you know, like the cliffhanger I feel is like adds a little bit of fun to the equation. I would have I would like for certain be going like, oh, let's just do the cliffhanger if I didn't feel like it's just guaranteed that Tenmyoji chooses ally. I'm pretty sure that Tenmyoji is just on our side now. So I think this is the first time we'll get like an across the board allyship other than for Dio. I think Dio might also just click betray. I'm very curious. I don't want to wait either, so I'll just let it play out. And also it's going directly into it instead of like explaining the rules slowly. Ally. Betray, I knew it. Ally. Dio is insane. It's insane how stupid Dio is. It's crazy. 388. Pretty solid board. I hate this guy so much. I kind of just wish that he would like die.
Points have been assigned,
And that's not with like murderous intent or anything. I swear I'll I'll pick ally whenever I have to side with him shortly, right? Haha.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
I like that it's reacting to the story now. I was afraid that it was like inevitable that it would always be the opposite. But like my choices actually like
Looks
mattered
you
there.
managed to trust me.
Well, it seems like I made the right choice.
I did what I said I would.
You really helped me out,
It's the
thanks.
same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be reading this. I was supposed to quit. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma.
Why?
After I told you I'd listen to anything you said. Oh well, whatever.
Thank you for understanding. She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. And strode away. Across the room, Dio and Phi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
True.
Don't give me that.
What do you
I knew
mean?
exactly what I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
You
problem.
weren't stupid enough to pick ally. You'd defend yourself with betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went too?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
True.
Yes, we did indeed enter together. When the doors opened, however, she left. Somewhat
She left the
Oh,
warehouse.
here it is, the inevitable Radical 6.
Without even checking the results?
correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
True.
And you two still
He's
choose
napping.
ally. Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so.
If you say
Being
so.
mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Oh, I love Kay. I'm starting to really like him.
Where did Alice run off to?
Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity. It goes kind of hard. Where did Alice run off to? K for King? I agree.
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh, well, I guess that would make sense.
He's pondering. An ominous rumble filled the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed.
Okay. That seems like a good place to stop. It has been almost 3 hours. At 2 hours 15, I believe I said, oh, I'll be wrapping up soon, jury. You can do either restart now or later because you'll get the ending experience either way. Well, here I am, half an hour later. I apologize. Let me read names of chat. Thank you, Holland. Thank you, Deceptions. Thank you, Cox. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you, Pog. Thank you, Jury, for watching and chatting. Thank you to other people that have potentially come through and lurked. I appreciate that greatly as well. And hopefully the sky clears up and maybe some Aurora Borealis is seen by the end of the night. Potentially, not potentially, I will be streaming on Sunday. We might introduce the schedule change this week. If I do that, I'll have more details Sunday, but the schedule then would be Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that would be the schedule going forward, so 4 days a week instead of 3. And that would be that. Couple hours like usual. I'll have to decide if I want that to be like a one-off thing or if I'll just be doing Balatro. Thank you, Koi, as well. Or just be doing Balatro or what. We'll just have to see. Either way, thank you all for watching. I will talk to you all another day, mostly on Sunday, maybe even Monday and Wednesday and Friday. I'm excited to continue the game. I feel like this was in one of the most eventful parts, so it's getting good again. Either way, I will talk to you all another time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.